Great day, guys. I am having some issues with the streamer. I know it's something with this computer at this point. It's completely ridiculous. Let me see what's going on here. See if I can get this added back to my stream. I don't want to take a lot of time with trying to go back out and so on and so forth. Could have had some music playing for y'all. Let's see if I can get the music going real quick. Because I am having a short of the like. No, I don't even want to do that because that's gonna take more time. Let's see. Great day, Grand Risings, brother. How are you? All right, let's see. I'm trying to get the stream popping now. I am going to be going over some newspaper articles, and the thing with these articles, let's see. I can't stand this StreamYard. I'm gonna start using Zoom, guys, because this is ridiculous. It's like it's easy to use the information on here and see things, but man, when it comes to it, high frequency to you, bro. I appreciate you so much. Thanks being the first one in the house today. Did can you see my share screen, Chris? If you can, put a one in the chat, darling, so I can just start. I know it's gonna be a little uh uh low as far as the people coming in because Drop is live right now. He's already live. I want to get on his live, but I had this scheduled and I rescheduled from yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead with this. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but I'm gonna read at least one or two of these since I already had this scheduled. I'm questioning a lot of things. Do you see the share screen, Chris? Because I can't see it from my phone. It's looking like it's sharing from the computer, but it's not looking like it's sharing from my phone. So I just want to make sure that it's able to be seen. Okay, I don't see it on the thing. See it on the net connect. Okay, hold on. All right, give me one moment. Give me about 2 seconds. I'm gonna get this together. I don't know what is going on. Yep, it's the StreamYard. It's showing that it's on, but it's not. That's completely crazy. Okay, let's see. Try this again. House of Nathan. Great light, brother. Great light, great day. I want to talk about a couple of things. I may end up just start reading it if this StreamYard doesn't get itself together. And I don't know. It's a bright and sunny, beautiful day. It should be all clear out here today. I don't know what the heck is going on. And let's see. Seem like every time I've been trying to share things from my screen the last couple of days, I've been having these issues. I've never had these type of issues. But thanks, brother. Take my time. I'm glad you said that, Chris, because I swear I'm feeling rushed now. My anxiety is raging because I'm like, why is this? I had this all set up right before everybody, uh, before anybody went live or anything with this, just waiting to go, and then this thing is acting like this. Maybe I need to close the StreamYard back out and come back in. That's what I'm gonna do, guys. Yep, I'm gonna mute this for a minute, guys. I apologize. Actually, I'm not gonna mute it. That's gonna be a little rude to do that. Let me just try and reboot this computer and restart it over because I don't know what the issue is, but it is not doing what I want it to do, and that's not right. Let me stop sharing from here. Go back out, please, and let's do this again. Let's see. I tell you. Let's see. Stream nerd. Let me send it to myself. Teo, great light, sweetheart. How are you? How are you today? Hope you are having an awesome morning, sweetheart. Thanks so much for coming in. All right, all right. Now I think I'm in there now, guys. Give me about one more minute. I appreciate y'all patience. Y'all so sweet. I love y'all so much. I get so annoyed when I'm rushed, and Chris must have knew I was feeling that way. He's just like, take your time, sis. I needed that little quick piece because it's the second day this happened. It's like y'all want me to put nothing out I'm trying to do. Y'all better stop this. Okay, here it comes, guys. Think it's coming together now. Looking a little better. Yes. Pulling up. This dang train don't gone by. Okay, let me see. All right, enter the studio. Everything's working. Yeah, it's still moving slow, but it's at least trying to come back. So, yep, there we go. All right, share the screen, please. Please share it correctly. Let's see. There it is. Sound like I was hearing the echo, and it is. Let me do this. Can you guys hear me now? Is there an echo? No? Great. Awesome. No, it is an echo. If I remove this, take this out. All right, guys, is this good? No? No echo? Yes. All right. No, there is still an echo. Something's going on. Man, this is like little Can you guys hear me now? Dang, when I use the phone, it's giving this echo. Oh, it's like this too much. I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm not with it. Something got to fix right this minute. Let's get this together. Is this better, guys? All right, now we want a clear presentation because y'all know y'all don't want to hear me echoing through this. Is this better? Yeah, she got okay. All right. House of Nathan said I'm in the building now. You guys can hear me. There's no echo. Everything's clear. We start reading. We all good. That's what I'm hearing at this point, right? Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it. Yay. Yeah, all these different trying to use both of these things. I'm taking things out, trying to make sure it's working. So now we putting it together. Okay, so basically what I was saying, I don't know what y'all heard. This is annoying. I'm just briefly say what I said. Basically, I was going through some pictures. I got like 13,000 pictures, guys. So, when you're going through these pictures, you can't really find certain things you're looking for unless you have it labeled under certain things. So, basically, what we're going to be doing is looking at some of these articles that I ran across. A couple of years back, I did a presentation on the what was it something in Chicago, something that was going on with something about Chicago. So basically what I'm doing is browsing and I'm seeing these articles and I'm like, dang, I said when I'm looking at some of this stuff, I never really paid it attention. But now I see that some of this information makes me question the stuff that some of these people be arguing about. Like we always say, oh, it's not about the land, y'all. Focus on the wrong things. This, and that. Most of these things y'all talking about and arguing about is lies, deception. We don't know what's true, what's not true. So we're kind of going on what somebody else has said, what their premise is, what they're feeling, so on and so forth, right? So as I was, excuse me, y'all, my sinuses. As I was going through the articles, I'm looking like, dang, this kind of makes me think how some of this information that we read, some of it confirms certain things for me, and some of it actually clarifies some other stuff for me. Executive sessions in the building. Thanks for coming in, bro. Great light, great light. Grandma, hey, boo. So yes, what happens is I'm questioning now some of this stuff that we be thinking. So we know how we talk about the spells and the lies and manipulation, indoctrination, and history, lies, all that. These stories that I'm reading, for some reason, I was just browsing through them. I didn't have any idea in mind. And I'm thinking like, dang, this make us think different things. But when I'm reading these things, it gives me other types of thoughts and feelings on things that people argue about. So what I decided to do was just kind of show this to a few of you guys and see what y'all think about it. I am going to do a quick open panel afterwards. I'm not going to read every article, but I'm just going to browse through some of them. Just like when I'm reading, I can run my mouth. I do read them, but I'm going to try to keep it short, just so y'all can see where I'm coming from. And so I want to get your actual like input on this stuff because I got some stuff I'm thinking about. This particular paper, now, mind you. Keep this in mind as I'm reading, guys. When I say little things, keep in mind what I'm saying. This paper, right, is from a Chicago Sun-Times paper. This is from Chicago, Illinois, Sun-Times paper back in the 18. It says it, I think, in here. I think it was like 1870 something, somewhere of the sort. Okay. They're talking about a market, a breadstuffs market that's in Great Britain. Check that out. In London, they say. In London, July 2nd, the Mark Lane Express weekly review of the British corn trade says reports of the growing wheat plant are generally speaking favorable, but the early harvest seems improbable in spite of the improvement which was taking place in the weather. Having regard to the fact that the plant has come into it, what does it says? Looks a little weird. Earsome 10 days. What ear near some it may be missing some letters or misspelling, some words they said a little differently back then. So bear with me, guys. It's saying it hasn't come into ear. I don't know if that's part of a budding process for corn, but I think it says it hasn't come into ear some 10 days later than the average time. Reports from northern and middle countries are to the effect that although the sunshine has done much to promote the development of cereal crops. Now check this out. Y'all hear this, right? Check this out. We about to get to it. We about to get to it. Here come the weirdness for me. I don't know about y'all, but man, I be questioning everything. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna read that again. This is crazy. Reports from the northern and middle countries are to the effect that although the sunshine has done much to promote the development of cereal crops, it is not a confirmation of the photosynthesis confirming how they relied on the sun for production of food crops. Okay, I just want to point that out. Later further discussion, just want to point that out. There are still some districts where the bud effects of the severe spring are to be plainly seen in the thinness and the spiry character. Hold on, guys. Let me go down. All right. And the spiry character of the wheat plant advises in the appearance of spring corn are somewhat contradictory. But, oh, this thing's in the way. But on the whole, there is a prospect of a satisfactory yield. Barley and oats are dubious in former plants having in certain localities been much thinned by the wireworm. Now, something I never heard of before. It said much thinned by the I wish I had somebody to take notes. Much thinned by the wireworm. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. I've never even heard of a wireworm. Haymaking has been interrupted by rain, but in those districts there the cutting had not committed farmers will reap advantage in the heavier crops. Taking into consideration the uncertainty of the weather, it appears probable that the harvest in 1877, okay, this was from 1877, 77. So the harvest of 1877 will not prove too disappointing as that of 7th of 1876 as far as the yield is concerned, but it is very doubtful whether it will be equally satisfactory in point of equality. The article last year was very few. What they're saying. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go on. I just want to give you guys a little idea about what was going on with some farming stuff. They had going on. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's get to the next one. I may not go over all of them, but some of this stuff is pretty interesting. I don't want to bore the heck out of y'all. If y'all with me, let me know. If not, we can browse through, or you guys want to see a little bit of this information yourself, let me know. Make sure y'all just, keep me informed because I don't want to bore y'all with some of these details because like I said, it can get a little lengthy. Um, Wheat Virgo. Sis say wheat Virgo. I'm gonna ask you about that, sis. Remind me, please, if I open the panel and you have time to jump up, babe. I want you to tell me what you mean by wheat Virgo. Um, oh, you were saying it was saying a wheat Virgo, and I thought it said wheat spiral or something, sis. Is that what you're saying? Put that in the chat, babe. I'm trying to stay with you because I'll forget about this later. So now this is saying, let's get to this one. This was another article. Also, now, mind you guys, all these articles, all these papers, everything that I'm reading to you guys, these aren't foreign papers. You're seeing all this foreign stuff in there. You're seeing all this foreign information, right? But none of these are foreign newspapers. All of these papers are from the Chicago Sun-Time, which was one of the most centralized places even during that time. Okay. All right. This says Foreign miscellany, German Imperial Bank Statement. In Berlin, July the 3rd, or July the 8th, I'm not sure. The weekly statement of the Imperial Bank of Germany shows a decrease of 9,300,000 marks, accidentally sunk. Then it says the Tulian, July the 3rd, the French man of war Reen Block, Reen Block belonging to the Squadron of Evolution has been accidentally sunk off of the higher seas of the Hyers, Hyerers, I believe it says Hyerers. I've never heard of that. The Hyerers Island, but we know that a lot of names of certain places have been changed, so that's not surprising. By the French ironclad Hiron, nobody drowned. Spanish immunization. It says mine did. Hold on. Let me go. Okay. Mine did July the 3rd, inundations in the province of Murcia have seriously damaged the railways. 22 persons were drowned. Now, this sounds strange. We talking about some early hundreds. We talking about they had an underground railroad. They talking now. They over here talking about the Spanish inundation, and it's saying something about um seriously damaged railways. 22 persons were drowned. So it sounds to me like back in July of 20 of 1877, they at least had an operating system of a railroad that was like a normal railroad. Things don't it don't sound like there was nothing weird going on. This sounds like I don't hear nothing mentioned about nothing weird. None of that kind of stuff. Okay. Okay. I got you, sis. Thanks, sis. Appreciate that, babe. All right. And then it says, all right. The Lloyd Spinning and Weaving Factory in Rouen, France is burned, throwing 253 employees out of work. London, July the 3rd, a large block of warehouses at Bradford, English have burned and lost $500,000. Wow, this is a lot of burning going on. Sounds like what? What does it sound like to y'all? Burning up of these places. What do it sound like to y'all? Hmm. Ocean steamship news. Now check this out. They talking about all these different things with ships and blah blah blah. We talking about different slave ships and not and stuff like that. But ocean steamship news. Just talking about some stuff. I'm just thinking like, oh, they had steamships that were operating. This is what the trading, how they did the trading, but they were just doing that, trying to act like they were trading people, but they were just trading stuff. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. All right, so let's get to the next article. We ain't gonna read too much on this. Like I said, I don't want to bore y'all to death with nonsense. I just want y'all to get a premise of kind of some of the stuff that's going on. I think I skipped one. Let me make sure. Okay, I did. All right, so let's zoom in on that. Man, some of these articles, the writing is a little, I think, kind of strange with the way the printing was. It's kind of close and it's dark and it's small, but I've zoomed it in the best that I can. Okay, this is an article. Let's see. All right, that's it. That's it. That's it for that. Let's see. Fortunes was fabulous. Okay, this is talking about a person's, I think, a divorce or something. So this is the stuff they put in the newspaper, as far as the your personal business. Wow, like more in the newspaper. Okay, I missed some of this, but when I cut off, I guess it was saying that she was married to him and on the 14th of April in 1855 at Gloverville, North New York. And why is this thing acting like this? Stop covering up what I'm trying to read. Hold on a second, guys. This thing is doing too much. I swear these old computers are annoying. All right, since February last, something was going on with this woman's children, especially. She had 4 children for her husband. Obviously, he was doing something. It's kind of talking about what was going on. Since February last, however, she has lived separate from him, but she is quite reluctant as to the cause. When they moved west, they settled in Watilda, no, Wadesley, I believe it's in Wadesley County. But last February, since brought the house number 678 Fulton Street, situated on leased ground, and placed her there with her youngest child. The other children were sent to Lake Forest to school, and since the return clothes have and since the Terran, maybe it's saying the Terran, I can't read this. Clothes have also been living with her. Smith, however, continues to live in Whiteside County and now insists that the separation shall be um can't read this word either, guys. Sorry, some of this stuff is kind of blanked out. He also wants to get a divorce from her, promising that he will admit. Oh, well, I got somebody at my door, guys. Give me just a moment. Appreciate your patience, guys. I had to get this air filter changed on my um air, so let's get this going. All right, all right, all right. So basically, you guys see, oh, this was probably why I had this. It said he also wants to get a divorce from her, promoting that he will submit there is sufficient grounds, therefore, on his part. Miss Smith, however, kindly declined to leave him in his old age. He is worth somewhere near $1 million, she says, and could not think of the burden of divorcing him, even though he should ask it. She must have been cheating, is what it sounds like. The earlier part of the article, I maybe said something about her cheating. That's why he did the separation. Now we went to the divorce. He wanted, now she don't want to because he worked nearly $1 million. She will, however, consent to have him support her in good style. Now, this is something you guys, I want you to take in of. This is in 1855 in New York, right? Gloversville, New York. We're talking about the Smith family. This is a black family. Okay. Nothing to do with prejudice, none of that. I'm just putting you guys in the mind of certain things. This is a black family. And she said he was worth nearly $1 million in the 1800s. Check that out. I ain't gonna say too much more about that article, but let me just go on to the next one because I'm gonna just see what y'all thinking about this stuff. If y'all tripping like me as far as what you thinking, talking about worth $1 million in the 1800s, we talking about a billionaire, right? And these black families, when they supposed to been slaves and running around in rags and shit. Check this out. Let me do this. Man, y'all don't want me to get on the thing about the Moors because they gonna swear I'm trying to promote Moors, and I love my Aboriginal community. But if I get onto the stuff about the Moors, man, I'm gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings when it's talking about some of that stuff. I'm gonna be quite honest, y'all. Y'all know I love the indigenous community. My grandmother told me I was a Cherokee, so I already know, what it is factually. But when it comes down to what's going on and certain facts and stuff, guys, it's just real crazy how we don't know things and the things are hidden from us, and things are basically thrown in our face, but then we're lied about them at the same damn time. It's just like crazy. When you think about the rudeness of it all. So let's get to this. Now, this is something it says Barnum. It says a visit to the stables of the Black Stallions. Their trainers' opinions of the stupidity a horse now they are educated. The stupidity of the let me see. Look, did I read that wrong? That sounded crazy. Their trainers' opinions of the stupidity of horses, maybe it said of horses, and it's something that's blanked out. The stupidity of horses, and then there's a hyphen, and it says how they are educated. Let me make this a little bigger, because oh gosh, I ain't want it that big, but I guess that'll do too. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It says the wonderful performances of the trained stallions, which accompanied the Barnum Circus. So the Barnum Circus been around since the early 1800s. That's man. I was going to talk about that one day. Somebody was talking about something with some tigers or lions, and them being in certain areas of, or continents or something like that. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. I wanted to talk about that, but either here or there. The Barnum Circus, and which have attracted so much attention in New York and other eastern cities, are likely to promote the most prominent feature of the show during its stay in this city. It scarcely seems possible that the force of education could be carried further than M. Oscar has shown in his six noble. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go down. Noble steeds. Um, Da-da-da. A tour through the stables. I'm gonna skip that part. A tour through the stables, attached to the stables, and was affording an opportunity of viewing these well-instructed animals at leisure. Mr. Oscar, who broke them in and trained them, and who appears with them in the sawdust ring, was on hand to finishing um, formation, I think, as to his pets. The stud consists of eight coal black stallions, all in splendid condition. Six of them are from the famous. Wait a minute. Okay. Six of them are from the famous Frank Frank stable, Frank Frank's Franken's stable, which is which is situated, I believe it says situated, which is situated near Königsberg, Western Prussia in Germany. The greatest attention, I think, the greatest attention is given to the breeding of horse, which is under the close supervision of the government. Check this out. Y'all heard this, right? Which is under closer supervision of the government. Depot, deep, depots. Oh, I hate that you can't see all this clearly. It's saying depots. It looks like depots too. Maybe it's deportus established. Mm, okay, we're gonna skip that. But y'all heard that. Now, tell me, what do y'all think the Barnum and Bailey Circus had to do with the government? Just I'm just gonna ask y'all. That just it's a whole nother story. But yeah. Okay, did it skip again? Let me make sure. Something thing moving too slow, then it's moving too damn fast. Okay, so that was talking about the circus. I did want to read a little more about that when it was talking about that tour, but we'll go past that. So this one here, guys. This is just let's see. United States and the Northern States of America. Now, this right here, I was like, United States and the Northern States. What are the Northern States of America and the United States being listed as two separate things? I thought that was strange. It says the United States, Canada, and the Northern States, comprising their rivers, lakes, and falls during the autumn of 1852. Comprising, did y'all see that? Comprising their rivers, lakes, and falls during the autumn of 1852, including some account of the immigrant ship by Edmund Patton Esquire. This is in 1871, with illustrations sketched and so on and so forth. So this shows a lot. I just brought this up. So you guys, if you want to look this up, here's the information. All you have to do is look it up. You could pull up, PDA. I believe this one may have had the charge too, and I'm not sure if I can recall. This was from a while back, but you'd be able to pull this up. Here's all of the information. You can screenshot it, write it down. I'll leave here for a second if you want to get that information. Now, what it does, it lists a whole lot of information on what was going on when they were forming these lakes, these rivers, and all of this stuff. So it also it showed a little bit of information about the immigrant ships, right? Now, another thing I want you guys to know, you see right here, including some account of an immigrant ship, right? Now, how do we spell immigrant now? We use an I, right? It's spelled with an I. I am immigrant. Oh gosh, my brain is a little off this morning, guys. I'm sorry. I am. Is it two M's? I am a G. Okay, I believe it's two M's, but it's an I, is my point. It's the count of an immigrant ship, and it says EMI Grant ship. MI Grant ships. This is an interesting point, guys. Make sure you're paying attention to this. That's right, bro. It is interesting, right, sis? That's kind of strange, huh? Now check this out. As we go down here, we also see this information was wrote with what is this? Effingham Wilson was the publisher of this information in London, and he was part of some type of royal exchange. So yeah, pretty interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know. I told y'all I'm gonna ask y'all thoughts on some of this stuff. I was just browsing yesterday, and I'm just looking at some of this stuff. Like, wait a minute, I'm not feeling this. Now it's skipping stuff. Hold on, let me go back. We ain't gonna miss nothing. Oh, I did put. I didn't think I put. I thought I just put the cover. I think I put some of the information in there. Yeah. Okay. So good. 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 I may even have two pages since I had this one. Let's see. We can even go over this a little bit more. I like that. Okay. Up here it says one of the noble ships leaves the port of London weekly. They are fitted up to carry several hundred immigrants. Here we go again. You guys see that immigrants? EMIGRS, the immigrants. Several hundred immigrants who are glad to leave Europe in the hope of improving their condition. This pissed me off when I read this. I'm not going to even lie, y'all. Okay, check this out again. One of the noble ships leaving the port of London weekly, flooding our land with these damn people to take over. Ain't this shit crazy? One of the noble ships leaves the port of London weekly. They are fitted up to carry several hundred immigrants, migrants, migrants, who are glad to leave Europe in the hope of improving their condition, leaving the fucked up place they was at, leaving this treacherous, dry, disgusting land that had nothing that they could bear. It was cold, barren, just all that. So keep that in mind. Hold on, y'all. Let me close this window. Appreciate you guys waiting for me again. Having a few interruptions today, but I apologize, guys. All right, now let's get to this. It says a glimpse at the United States of America and C dot. They got NC dot. We know that was United States American Corp, right? Chapter one: Departure from Portsmouth by the American liner Prince Albert, immigrants on board of banks of Newfoundland after country after contrary winds, pleasures and discomforts on board ship, contemplations at sea, doings on board an immigrant ship amongst the passengers and descriptions of them, character of the ship and her crew. French and German revolutionary passengers. Check that out. French and German. They were together as revolutionary passengers on board. Wow, that's phenomenal, right? Um, French and German revolutionary passengers on board, rules, regulations, and funds for immigrants. Ooh, check that out. Funds for immigrants, just like they do now. When they come over here in the United States, they get all kind of help. But people that are here, that we're born and bred to this land, we can't get the help that we deserve, and it should be offered freely because all of the resources are from us, our family, our ancestors. It's just rude. So they've been doing this since then. This is why they always fund these people when they come over. Contrary winds and prolonged voyage, Gulf Stream and icebergs, dangers of collisions, provisions becoming scarce. So boom, they was running out of food, this, and that. So damn well if they couldn't get these immigrants over here, how they was gonna get slaves over here and being able to feed all these hundreds of people supposedly. Quarrels amongst the Germans, sketches, music, no tobacco nor snuff left. Wow, that was important back then. Tobacco and snuff, tobacco and snuff. Thieves in the ship, they were stealing from each other just like anything else. They had two births. Two women actually gave birth on the ship. The mate turned doctor. So a male had to turn doctor because they had women giving birth. Obviously they probably didn't know they were pregnant, maybe. So they on the boat for so many months traveling over these seas, and somebody done got pregnant. Now they got to deliver this baby. You know what I'm saying? Approaching the land, the pilot tugboat engaged. Description of entrance into New York pier landing on Terra Firma. Now check that out. They landed at the pier of New York, bringing the immigrants there. There was a brother a couple of days ago on the live, and he was actually talking about it. He was saying how they were in New York. So he said, yes, we are indigenous here in New York. We know who we are as well. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that was important that brother said that, and then here this is confirming that. Immigrant ships, immigrants. The immigrant ships, beware of them. Mm. Character of the captain and steward. What did that say? That's saying these were some dangerous ass people. It said, beware of them. On Tuesday, thanks, Teo. On Tuesday, the 22nd of June in 1852, that well-known personage, Boots of the Quebec Hotel, Portsmouth, gave a loud rap on door number 5 to announce to me the arrival of Spithead of the American liner. Prince Albert, 1,500 tons registered. So they had 1,500 tons on the ship, they saying, but they were scarce running out of stuff. One of these noble ships leaves the port of London weekly. They are fitted up to carry several hundred immigrants and are to leave Europe in the hope of improving their condition. Oh, okay, this was actually the other part of that. So yeah, guys, y'all see that, right? We gotta check this out. There's so much going on, man. Is this from there? Oh, I did put a couple of them in there. Great. Awesome. We can go over this. I didn't even know if that was in there. All right, guys, let's get this going. We're gonna get it going. All right, let's see. All right, now to the top. United States of of America, etc. Okay. This was saying something about Atlanta. It said during three-fourths of the year, it was not until the middle of July that we found ourselves on the banks of Newfoundland enveloped in fog and mist and thermometer standing at 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which made us glad to take to our great coats. And we are informed that that some 4 weeks may still elapse ere we can expect to reach our destination. The pleasure or discomforts of the sea voyage vary much according to the weather, the sort of social society on board, and the character of the ship and her officers. Still, if there be anything to complain of on these essential points, the monotony and ennui that frequently overcome a landsman. Da-da-da-da. Let's see. The pleasant of receiver according to the weather and the sort of weather. Let me see. I'm not even sure of that. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna skip that part. I'm gonna go to this. The pleasures or discomforts of the sea voyage vary much according to the weather and the sort of society on board and the character of the ship. Well, I did read this. And her officer. Still in if there is nothing to complain of on these essential points, the monotony of and ennui that frequently overcomes a landsman are per se efficiently distressing sufficiently distressing. However, there is much to compensate for all this. For example, when sailing with a favorable wind and genial weather, to be on deck watching each object around you, the noble ship plunged its way gracefully as the swan, with wings expanding it, like indeed a thing of life. Then again, on a clear moonlight. Okay, we're gonna leave this. We're gonna go all the way down and read every page. Like I said, I just wanna see, we're getting an idea of some of these things because I got a few more pages to go. I skipped one. I'm not sure. The vessel itself is a noble spectacle. Okay, they're talking about all that. Okay, I didn't want that. Dang, what happened to the other articles? I think I didn't. I may have went to the wrong album, guys. But basically, I'm gonna do another thing on the articles. I wanted to. Let me stop sharing for a minute because I'm gonna find these other articles I want you guys to look at. So let's see, remove from the stream for a minute. Okay. Yeah, while I'm chatting, did anybody want to come up real quick to say anything? Let me put this out here real quick. And then I'm gonna try and find these other articles that I had. I definitely wanted to show and we can discuss them further because right now, just on what we read alone, some of this stuff it was tripping me out, and I just want to get y'all input on that. So let me know what y'all thinking. Um, I'm not really sure where these articles are at the moment, but I am going to find them. Trust and believe it. Yeah. So basically, one of the articles I thought I had this particular one in there, but it must not have been. But one of the articles, guys, it was actually talking about, like y'all saw that one. It was talking about a guy that was he a wrestler or a boxer? He may have been a boxer or something, right? And it was a black guy, and with this guy, he it said he was making like 12,000, 12, I don't know, but it was a large amount of money. To me, I'm thinking like, dang, that's a lot of money for back then just to do a fight or, whatever it was that he was doing. So I'm sitting here thinking like, how we thinking, like, oh, money was scarce, people was poor, this, and that, all these lies and more lies and more lies that shows different foundations from whatever it is that has been going on. But hold on one second, guys. I gotta get to these articles because there's no way I can stop there. I gotta see some more of this. This is just crazy to me. It's in ancient history. Let me see. Oh, maybe we can even just go over some of the ancient history stuff. These aren't the articles, guys. I could pull up articles another day. I may have found something that's kind of going into some of what we were just reading. Let me see. Yeah, maybe we'll do this particular one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll do this. You guys may be interested in some of this information as well. Still talking about ancient history stuff, blah, blah, blah. Showing us more insight into things, giving us better ideas. All right, let's see. Maybe I will go what page? Start on this page here. Let's see. Let me go back. 12. All right, let me see, guys. About to start sharing again. If we can get some of this information read up because it is very interesting to me. Anybody want to come up and share y'all thoughts? I really want to know what y'all thinking about the stuff we was reading in those articles and like, how this stuff makes sense, compared to our thinking and how we see stuff because it's just kind of crazy to me. I really don't get it. Okay, here we go. All right, now the government, mm, 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 mm. Come on, don't start doing that. Okay, a little smaller. All right, thank you. All right, all right. And it says, oh, go up. Let me see, go to the bottom of that page right there. Okay, this is talking about a couple of different things with the stuff. Oh, okay. It says God, Dan, Asher, and Naphtali, the 12 tribes of Israel. Oh, this is talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. Chris, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream with me, bro. Before I even start reading this, what do you think about some of those articles, bro? Am I just tripping or are you thinking like, yeah, that sounded kind of confusing compared to stuff we be hearing? What do you think about that, bro?
Um, it sounds. Oh, shout out to you. Thank you for having me up here. Shout out to everybody here. Peace and love to everybody. Grand Rising, high frequencies. Um, it sounds a lot confusing. However, on the flip side, it sounds like a lot of what they are doing now,
Right.
right?
Tell me what
So,
you tell me what you mean. Elaborate on that part, bro. Cause
so,
please do.
so what I mean by that is they give us distractions of crops, weather,
Hmm.
this, that, and the third. But however, we have to understand the late 1700s and the beginning of the 1800s when they was creating when they was developing the currency system of what we known as banks now. So for on my side, what I think is just it was just another thing to get people to think this is this, this is this, this is this, so they can build these different private corporation systems and build them according to their narrative.
Facts. Facts, bro. This is crazy. When I was reading these articles, I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. This sounds like it's now, but they,
Right.
it's in the past, just a resurfacing. And then it's what's crazy. the way that it okay, let me say this part. Remember I was saying in the beginning, bro, that like it's like okay, it's got London, it's talking about France, all this stuff, but this is a Chicago newspaper. So I'm sitting here thinking like, well, wait a minute. Why is all the information going in or centralized through Chicago? Boom, because that was one of the main ports, one of the main cities, Chicago, New York, these places. So I'm sitting here listening to this article and thinking in my mind, so this the 18 something. So they saying, boom, everybody was slaves and this, and that. They barely got free in the 1900s and this, and that, and da, 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 da. But during this time, it was saying things that were saying more like blacks were having things. Like the one article was saying how the woman didn't want to divorce the husband. And this was a Smith family. So these were black people. They tried to say these were white people. We know they were black people. So these
Right.
were black people. And it said he had nearly $1 million. So she didn't want to divorce them. So that's like a billionaire now.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. And it was I forgot the sister's name, but it was a female that inherited some land in Texas that had a lot of oil that was sitting on a lot
Yes.
of oil. So you
Him
know,
damn, what's her
I forgot she was literally one of the first, I guess, quote unquote black millionaires on this land.
name? Yes. And she
Um,
was indigenous.
yes, she was indigenous, most definitely, because that land was
And President Roosevelt is the one that took all her gold. I just was talking about. I can't believe it's early morning. You know how my mind be, bro. I be telling y'all I hate that, but we was just talking about this the other day because somebody was saying something. I was telling them about the gold, and I was saying how all the gold. This is when they took all the gold from people, and it's crazy. You just said that, like you said, resurfaced because they doing it now. And I was saying how back then they did it. President Roosevelt said, "Hey, everybody gold." They took everybody gold,
everybody
but
gold.
they
They made it a law. Yeah, they made it a law, and they
yep.
confiscated everybody's gold off the land. It was crazy. And
And
you
now they doing it now. Cash for
yep,
gold, cash for gold.
yeah,
This shit crazy, bro. Recycling. The same thing with these so-called pandemics or whatever the case may be.
yeah,
Every 100 years this happens. Every one exactly 100 years ago, I had a picture on one of the memes or whatever you call it. I was showing
mhm,
last week, and it was showing the Spanish flu. I forgot what the other one was, and then now this. So it's every 100 years. This is another part of y'all thing, and it's like they this stuff is so evident. It's so in our face, and I'm just so tired of it. That's why I'm doing like a little series because we got to do something. This ain't gonna keep going. I can't take it. I'm not with it. I'm just not with it. We can't keep going through this.
right. The boxer you was talking about was Jack Johnson. He's basically a GOAT, a legend in the
Yes.
boxing world, and he was the first known black man to whoop every goddamn white man and walk out the Coliseum with white women on his arms, just chilling. Like, yeah, I'm taking your women, screwing them. I'm gonna come back next month and whoop y'all ass and do the same thing over again.
And
Yes,
he
yes,
was getting paper, bro.
yep,
One of the other articles, when I hopefully I can I'll put those up another time then. But that was in there. What the article was showing, it showed his picture, it showed him in the ring. He was a little short, not real short, but he didn't look too big, too tall. He was a little heavy, but he
yep,
wasn't a big old giant dude. He was like an average sized dude too.
yeah.
And he was getting money. I'm talking about big money. So I was thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, this like mid 1800s, and he was getting this kind of money for a boxing ring just to go in there and box. So how is it that how they everything they acting like the inflation? I'm sitting there thinking like, well, all the money that they were having back then, I don't know. It's not making sense. I don't know what I'm thinking about that part, but it just does not make sense to me.
Yeah, and I'm gonna show you another thing. It don't make sense because Jack Johnson is the first known boxing champion. So if they're talking about a boxer making that much money, we got to understand who was the person that was boxing at that time, because Jack Johnson, his reign started in the early 1900s. He was just born in the late 1800s. So
Right.
something is not right around here, you know what I'm saying? However, when you went over the information, it seems similar to what's been going on now still under the sun. You know what I'm saying?
It's,
So
it's crazy, bro.
yeah. That's why I said I think it was a whole distraction to get people away from what was really going on under the table.
Exactly. And this is okay. This is from this is actually post-Diluvian history that we're reading from now, bro. We about to get into now. And this shows, oh, don't increase more because I got it too large already. Wait a minute. I swear this computer's so annoying. Hold on one sec. Okay. So basically it's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm like, okay. And it keeps saying certain things. I don't know what it was, but I downloaded this information when I read. I can't remember everything, but now that I brought it up, we about to go over it real quick. And not all of it, but okay. Something is cut off. This was from page 12, but it says that um, Gad, Dan, Asher, and Naphtali, hence the 12 tribes of Israel. Isaac means one who prevails with God. The name given to Jacob after having wrestled with him. Jacob adopted two sons of Joseph, Ephraim, and Manasseh. Now, mind you guys, this is not for you Bible thumper haters. This is not the Bible we're reading. We're reading post Diluvian history. Okay. It says, then one tribe that is of Levi was devoted to religion, leaving still 12 political tribes. Did you guys hear that?
Political.
Listen very closely. This is about to get deep. Oh man, we need a couple of certain people up here, but I ain't gonna even worry about it right now. But listen, check this out. I gotta go back over
Who you
that.
want up here? I'll hit him up right now.
What'd you say, bro?
Who you want up here? I'll hit him up right now. Tell him to
But
come.
no, no, no. Drop did a live already. He had went live a little bit before I went live, so you know a couple of brothers over there. So I figured that I said, dang, they gonna most of the people that we want up here that be getting into these words and all that stuff, they may be over there. So I ain't gonna even worry about it. And I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that we getting this freaking information out, and they can come back and check on us later, bro. It ain't nothing. Okay, so boom, let's keep it moving. Let me see. So boom, this is tripping me out. When I was reading this, I said, "Dang, this almost sounds like the Bible." Then I'm like, "Hold on, this bringing in the political information." Now, if you can remember a while back, bro, I kept telling everybody, y'all need to go get 13 people, right? Go get a gold coin, a gold ounce coin, or the and it has to have the eagle on it. If it has the eagle on it, you'll get a certificate seal that allows you to be able to go into the United States Treasury Department with that seal. This gives you a certain political standing. This right here is the confirmation of why you can do that. This shit tripping me out right here. Now, just this part. Let's keep it moving. And it says, um, 12. Let's go over that part again. It says one tribe, the Levi tribe, was devoted to religion, leaving the 12 political tribes. So there were 12 political tribes in these tribes. Keep that in mind, guys. All right, let's get to the meat of some of this. It says government prevailed in Goshen up to a period of Exodus where country was favorable to nomads. Then came the law from Mount Sinai. God became the king of Israel. God became the king of Israel. Everything done to establish religion. John HC 31. Tabernacle made for his residence. Defection from, I wonder if the L is off. Deflection or defection? Maybe it is defection. Defection from religion, high treason. 35 is pointing to different things, different pages in the book. Hence, complete separation from all nations. So Cicero condemns Jews and that's on page 37. Moses was but a mediator between God and his people, proper title, legislator of the Israel. What is this? Israelites? Israelites? Can you see that, Chris?
Let me see.
I don't know if I'm saying that right because it's not saying Israel. Israel. Oh yeah, that is. That's not a C. It's a E. See some of these old letterings.
Yeah,
Israelites and their delivery from the Egyptians. Their delivery from the Egyptians.
of course. We know
It
that.
says see section 220, hence no proper successor. Joshua was military leader for conquest of Canaan and had no successor. The elders were heads of tribes. Six from each made 72. Six from each made 72. 72, the nine. Priests were at head of religious ceremonies before Moses. Heads of tribes were priests. So the heads of tribes were the priests. Cain, Abel, Noah, Abraham, and Job, Abimelech, and Laban, Isaac and Jacob sacrificed personally in Talmud. Afterwards, family of Levi were chosen for the services of religion. So still the other 12 were political, and out of the Levi, which was the one party, they made different ones from there with different religions. So this is where all of the Catholics, the this, the that, the that, what all that stuff is. The priest was annexed to the family of Aaron. Okay, let's see.
That's crazy because it never mentioned that Joshua was a Canaanite.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to understand Joshua was military leader for the conquest of Canaan and had no successor, which means he was he was a Canaanite.
Yep. Period.
what what's going
Period.
Oh man, this is major. They man, this is
Peace
major.
and blessings, sister. Ain't this something? When
This
you
is
go into this whole old history information that's there that they ain't get to erase, we find out a lot of stuff.
hmm
Hmm. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's see. Religious ceremony that each made 72. Priests were at the head of the religious ceremony. Before Moses, heads of tribes were priests. Cain and Abel, blah, blah, blah. Where was that? Afterwards, families of Levi were chosen for the service of religion, and priesthood was annexed to the family of Aaron. Kings no longer officiated. Is Uzziah, king of Judah, punished in Second Chronicles 26:19. The Levites provided for his tithes from all other tribes, and they I am so tongue twisted this morning. I'm sorry, guys. This sounds ridiculous when I'm reading. Give me a moment. Hold on one second. Let me just take a sip. This coffee about
Uzziah.
cold. What'd you say, Bray?
I was saying Uzziah.
Yeah, you want to read for me real quick?
I can. It's cool.
Please do. I'll go to the next page. I just need to take a break. Let me go get me something cold to drink. Read that part, bro. I'll be right back.
All right. Uzziah, king of Judah, punished. Second Corinthians 26:19. Um, ooh, it go back to the page.
Right, I'm zooming back in, bro. Hold on. I was trying to put the laptop down and it went to acting stupid. Hold on. Let me zoom it back.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay. All right. Get off of it. Is that the right part, bro?
Can you zoom in one more time?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that kind of did. Hold on. Come on, thing. I'll tell you this computer. See, I'm holding on to this old computer because it still works. I need to just get me a new computer because this type of stuff is so annoying. Okay, is that good right there?
Yes, it is. Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Am I on the right part? I need to go up. I don't remember
Nah,
exactly.
you're on the same exact part that she was on. You good?
Okay, perfect. Okay.
All right.
All right, bro.
There we go.
Move this thing.
Yeah, can you move that over?
All right.
Uzziah, king of Judah, punished. Leviticus provided for by um Titus from all other tribes, and they in turn paid Titus to the priests. For administration of justice, Moses divided people in tens, 50, hundreds, thousands, and placed judges over each. Mode taken from Egypt. Amongst the higher of these judges, there was much political power likewise. I think that was pretty deep. So I'm going to go back. For administration of justice, Moses divided people in tens, fifties, hundreds, thousands, and placed judges over each. That sounds like the judicial system. Mode taken from Egypt. Amongst the higher of these judges, there was much political power likewise. The judges were rulers from Joshua to Saul, and some of them as Jer, Ibzan, Elon, Abdon, Eli, and Samuel, and almost kingly power, or had almost kingly power. People desired a king under Samuel, and Saul was appointed. Woo!
Mm, ain't that something? I missed most of it, but I already know it got deep, bro. Wisdom, welcome to the panel, bro.
Wisdom, my brother, salute.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I ain't gonna be able to say too much. You know what I mean? I'm ripping and running. I just want to jump on and support you and listen, though. Really, for real. You know what I
All right,
mean?
bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is this right? Did I go past the next session, Chris? You got it, or go up a little bit, huh?
Go up a little bit.
Okay, let's see right here. Right there. Up a little more or down a little more.
Down a tad bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Perfect. Okay. Let me move out this out the way. Okay.
Okay, and I had left off at people desired a king under Samuel, and Saul was appointed. The assemblies of two kinds. First, select, composed of princes of tribes, heads of thousands. Um, Second, assembly of the congregation, all the judges, and many of the people admitted, JHC 56, whatever. To these assemblies, Moses added himself when he delivered the law. Woo! Hold on. Moses
Yeah.
did
Say it
what?
again. Read
To
that part
these,
one more time.
to these assemblies, Moses added himself when he delivered the law.
That's something. You got something to say about that, Wisdom? I know you said you were a little busy. You got something to say about that part?
Oh, I'm just listening. I don't want to knock the floor off at all. You know what I mean? I had a tendency to do that. Once I start talking, hey, it go a whole nother. Hey, I just want to listen. I really do.
All right, no
Y'all
problem,
build
baby.
on it. I want to hear y'all intakes on it. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. So now we're on 23. What was the political relation existing between the tribes? Each tribe had a sort of independent government. Whoa. Now we have to take heat.
Mm-hmm.
That word wasn't mentioned throughout the whole time we've been reading. This is the first time I'm hearing this word. Okay. So each tribe had a sort of independent government, which had
Mm,
its own magistrates and
mm,
and representatives, sometimes acted without aid or sanction of others.
hmm.
Mm. Tribe of Benjamin protected. Oh, example. Tribe of Benjamin protected criminals of um Gibeah.
I
Gibeah.
think it's Gabia. I'm familiar with a lot of these names too, brother. So let's just do our best. Jabia or Gebia. It's
Yeah.
either Gebia or Jabia.
All right. Let's just go with Gibeah. Gibeah and fought against others. Tribe of Judah alone chose David king.
And look how I say alone. Tribe of Judah alone chose David.
And it's italics, so you know that's important.
Hmm. Alone.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Chose King David. Sometimes several tribes acted together without others. Example, Judah and Simeon in war against Canaanites.
Mm.
Hmm. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Nah, you good. You good.
It's just throwing this thing, being all sensitive now. Okay. We about to, where, I don't even remember where we was at. Wait a minute. I hate when they do that because it throw you off a little bit.
No, you good. You good. You good. Don't worry. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it. Government that died. Syria, yeah, yeah. Some try to can. All right. Ephraim, Ephraim, and Manasseh, Manasseh, whatever.
Manasseh. Hmm.
Manasseh, on the same occasion, tribes of Zebulun and Naphtali and Barak to oppose army of Jabin. Manasseh, Asher, Zebulun, and Naphtali chose Gideon, leader against Midian, Midianites.
Hmm.
The tribe east of Jordan chose Jephthah against Ammonites.
Hmm.
And this is they changing the names to the ites and stuff. This is what
Right. That's what I'm looking at too.
realized. It's like besides calling the people, we gonna call them that name, and then we just gonna go back and compound it to whatever in ites after it, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
The ice.
Right, yikes. 24. What were the circumstances calculated to bind them together?
Important.
Necessities, necessities of union against common enemies. Oh,
Who are these common enemies?
who was
I
that?
wonder who they were.
If they was fighting against each other, weren't they enemies? Who was the enemy at this point?
Blessings, sis.
And they said they came from a common ancestor. Abraham, divine promises, common religion,
Mm.
common. Oh man,
All right. Got to go to the next page. Let's see. That's crazy. This is so revealing on some of this information, just tripping me out. I hope
right.
I got these in order because yep, it's in the right order. All right. Let's see.
Oh, man. Shout out to Tiffany in the building. What's going on?
Yes. And actually, let me shout out everybody that came in. Make sure y'all already know I shouted y'all out earlier, the ones that was here. But again, Teo, you already know House of Nathan, Ladidra, Sis, Cosmo Kid, Executive Sessions, Grandma. Uh, who else? I want to make sure I ain't missing nobody. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna make sure we shout y'all out for being up in the house and sharing this bill with us because we definitely appreciate it. Let's see.
Sister Amazon just came in the house. What's going on, sister? Salute.
Hey, sis.
Rain.
Sherelle Cunningham, thank you
Yes,
so
girl.
much for coming in, sis. Our cook in the building. Jeanette, the Nubian queen in the building. And we got Tiffany and my girl Alma. And Quentin just jumped in. What's up, bro? Rainstorm in the house as well. Appreciate you guys so much for coming in. You know, we are going over some crazy stuff right now. Just,
Mm-hmm.
putting this information out. Y'all already know we be liking clarification and clarity and confirmation and, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's build this up a little more. You okay on reading a little more, bro? You want me to start back?
I can keep going.
All right, great. I'm finna get me a little something together. My back bothering me a little bit. Okay, great. All right, let me get it to the right part. Let's start at the top. That's kind of. Oh no, that goes to where we was just left off because that was 13. I think I did it like. All right, bro.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. God and King, sacred tabernacle, and afterwards the temple. Common oracle, Urim and Thummim. Common high priest, common learned class, Leviticus, common law of church and state, and common general assemblies and festivals.
Let's talk about that real quick for a quick second. We ain't got to dwell on it, but boom.
Right, right, right.
Sacred tabernacle and afterwards the temple.
The
Okay.
temple. Mm-hmm.
Common oracle, Urim. Now, Urim, I know that's something. I don't know exactly what some of these terms I'm not familiar with, but something about that Urim is ringing a bell to me. I know it, I've seen it, I think, with something on that dollar bill with the back with the pyramid and stuff. And the what is it, thumbing? I'm not familiar with that as well. Tell me if you know anything about that, bro, so we can get that out the way because I don't like to go past something if I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
So those two things
Yep.
are familiar, but what is it about? What is it actually about? Let's not relate to this, but I've heard it before.
Okay. Urim and Thummim are two objects of a now unknown nature, possibly used for divination, worn on the
Mm.
breastplate of a Jewish high priest.
Mm. So a common oracle. So we know an oracle is the person that tells, like they would go to the highest priest or priestess, the one that sees all. They be thinking, oh, like the chief, basically. So that's the oracle, right? So you're saying that they're talking about specifically high priestess, this, and that.
Yes, yes,
And because it says the common high priest. So the Urim and the Thummim is the common high priest. It does say that, but I didn't associate that. It looks weird. Okay, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop you.
no, you good. Yep, and these will be worn on the high priest's breastplate. That's how you would know a high priest or the Jewish high priest, from anyone else, because they will wear these tokens. But yeah, 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 that's man. This is crazy.
Hold on. I was trying to bring wisdom back in. I didn't quite hear that last part, bro. So it said what? It says common law of church and state.
Mm-hmm. Of
I just got to laugh. Common law.
of church and say so even so we have to understand that even now that we have made sense putting the government and religion together, this even lets us know that it's running hand in hand.
Hand in hand. State and government. Y'all better know it.
I mean,
It started there.
yeah,
It's telling you it started, and it's telling you just one part of it started all of the religions. That one Levites, the Levites.
yeah.
So they're in control of all of the common law and the religion.
Hmm. And
Mm,
I ain't letting it go. Them Bible thumpers gotta let me know how Joshua a Canaanite.
facts,
I ain't letting that go. Like
facts.
that's y'all gotta prove that now, man. That's different from what y'all look telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to bro Greedy Vegan in the building. Salute. What's going on?
Yeah, salute, bro. Cook said, "What book is this from? This is an ancient history book, bro, from United States documents." All right, where we was at, bro? Go ahead, bro. Let's get this going, man. I'm this getting deep, and there's so many pages. We ain't gonna even be able to finish this today because we'll be all day. It's like pages and pages of information. It's crazy. But go ahead, bro. We're gonna go through a couple of them if we can. I'm gonna go to the next one because that reading sometimes get a little tiring for me.
Bet. It's cool. I got you. All right, we on 25. What the influence of such a government? Question.
And look how it's italicized.
Hmm.
So it's tell me
Italics are important. So if you see anything in italic, it's important. You got to pay attention to it. I'm an HR guy, and my mom's a English major, so she made sure I was able to understand and comprehend and talk because she was on my ass about English and knowing how to talk, knowing how to talk our language and other language and knowing things, and how to comprehend as well. So within my studies of word and all these human resource stuff and tools that we use, if you see things in italic, it's important. So
facts.
I'm gonna say this again. 25. What the influence of such government? Exceedingly favorable to development of character and individual energies, not
Hold on, bro. Hold on now. Wait a minute. What y'all just said?
you want me to say
What it
it
said?
again?
Hold on. We just said what's coming up now. We already know this is going to be very freaking important, right?
Uh-huh.
It says, what the influence of such a government exceedingly favorable to development of character and individual energies. Do you guys understand the depth of that? Just that part right there. Now you guys know how I'm always talking about they're galvanizing energy. They're surplusing our energy to use it to, oh, I'm gonna get into a whole nother build on that whole part again, like I always do. But it's gonna be specific to that because you guys gotta really get this. This is confirming everything I've been telling y'all forever. Like since I've been around. I know most of you guys know it, but the ones that are new to this information and y'all visit our, different platforms that we all are on, y'all hear some of this stuff and it may be a little confusing, but these are the things that prove and validate the information that we're giving and sharing with you guys. This tells right now the influence of this government for the religion and state was exceedingly favorable to the development of the character and individual energies. So this shows you the waveform. It's telling you, it doesn't say it, but it's telling you the waveform information of religion and state is what's developing the character of each individual's energy. They're galvanizing your energy, they're surplusing it, they're terraforming you from the inside out, constructing your entire being to be formatted into this simulated reality. Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, bro.
Man, I'm gonna read that again. We're gonna do 25 again, just so.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Read it again. Read it again.
What the influence of such a government? Question mark. Exceedingly favorable to development of character and individual energies, not favorable for harmony or tranquility.
Oh my gosh, bro. Hate to cut you again, but did that shit just get deeper at the last sentence? Come on now.
Not favorable for harmony or tranquility.
Oh
Whew,
my gosh.
it's not nature, guys.
Mm, mm, mm. And it's specifically saying, let's read this in the way that they put that crap, which is peeing me off even more, just throwing the shit in our face like they do, and our people just be so blind, it makes me sick to my stomach, literally want to vomit sometimes. But check this out. What the influence of such a government exceedingly favorable to the development of character and individual energies of each one of our souls, each one of our starlight spirits, each one of us, our inner being, us as a soul, as a person that is connected to this universe, galvanizing, transparently taking energies and changing and shifting it to what they want it to be a terraforming with the wave formatting in your brain. And this is not favorable for harmony or tranquility. Religion is not favorable for harmony or tranquility. It does not give you tranquil thoughts, which is giving you the medium that you need to be able to connect to the source. Generally, we need to have a tranquil thought that is connected to the source. Tranquil, when you think about being tranquil in your thought, right? That's like I'm thinking about a tranquilizer. I'm not good with the words, so I'm just thinking what's coming to my mind. When I'm thinking about a tranquilizer, right? That would keep you in tune. You're having that umbilical cord in connection to the source, right? So they're saying that they're developing the character and the energies that's going to take you away from that natural source. It's saying it right there, taking away all harmony. Harmony is the flow, the frequency, your energy that is the frequency to the natural vibration that is connected to this universe, because we are this universe. The universe is us. Everything that is connected in the source that is us, we are a part of that. And we are all developing in this. And we are all a part of this, whether it's negative, bad, good, bad, whatever. It's all going on according to us. But we got to know the power. We got to make sure it's going and not put our energies in the wrong place. This is why I keep telling y'all we need to put them in the right place. We need to be developing together so that we can galvanize it together and it's strong and we can push it out. But go ahead, bro. I'm gonna stop right there if I keep running my mouth.
No, that was good. That was good. All right, we on 26. Civilization of Israelites. Not superior. Please listen. Please listen, y'all, because I already pre-read this. Not superior to their neighbors except in religion.
Mm.
You want to stop there? You want
Go ahead, bro. Cause I look, I'm gonna keep stopping. I'm trying to hold my tongue. Go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet.
character entirely nomadic at first which means they started as a group and that was moving, like the Turks. Then mixed. Ooh.
Mm.
Character entirely nomadic at first, then mixed. Uniform simplicity. Everyone either shepherd or husbandman. Example: Gideon taken from threshing floor to deliver his country. Saul was the tending his Saul was tending his flocks when made king. David was brought up to the sheepfold. Ruth, in italics, beautiful expose of condition of people in those days.
Oh gosh, this is just, you know, confirmation is something else, right? And we need it. We this is how we correct information that's been historically beaten into our brain. The things that have chemically changed the formatting in our brain. You know how they're talking about the northern, southern hemispheres, this land, that. These are things that they're talking about characteristics in the brain, is what I see. This is a personal thought, guys. When they're talking about this, that, blah, 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 a lot of times, sometimes they are talking about the land, depending upon the specifics. But when it comes to certain things in the tricking of the mind, a lot of times they're talking about our mind and our brain. And a lot of these things are showing the wave formatting that had been put out there to correct your brain to have you see these things and follow them in different lights versus understanding or understanding from yourself and seeing the truth in this stuff. So what's going on now, this information we're reading, it's actually proven to you. It's going over the same information like with the Bible, but it's giving the particulars and the correct information based off of ancient history. So this has come down the line, down the line. You know how some things are transpired and changed, and some things are just out there. They can't change it because it's there. And I mean, what you gonna do now? It's everywhere. So these are the things that are comparison and showing us actual factual. How can I say construction? The construction of this stuff so that it was implemented into your mind. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Welcome, Greedy Vegan. I'm sorry, brother.
Oh no, you good. Shout out Greedy.
Man, peace and salutes and shit, man. Y'all over here speaking that shit. I just wanted to tap in and shit and
Greedy
listen to shit.
vegan.
Yeah. Wisdom was good, brother. Oh man, let me off and on this app and shit. I'm going to mute. Chris, you go ahead and keep putting it out there, bro.
Gotcha. Number 27, amusements on festival occasion. It's supposed to be festival or it look like it's festival occasion, right? Music and dancing. They had string instruments, wind instruments, drum cymbals, and vocal music. We have we have canticles of joy, of thanksgiving, of praise, of mourning. Example given: Song of Songs, Psalm 45, Song of David on death of Saul and Abner, Lamentations of Jeremiah. There were 24 bands of music for the temple. Kings had their own music. Example given: Asaph, Asaph was master of music to David. Kings were sometimes musicians. Example given: David, exquisite on the harp. Job,
Mm.
right?
Hold on, bro. Let's touch on that real quick. It's it said kings were sometimes musicians, huh? Now
Mm-hmm.
look how they got these stars, right? How they say they stars, right? They not kings, but they stars. But people act like they kings. They act like they royalty. They act like, oh, they can't be touched. Oh, I'm falling out because he's here. All this stuff. That's
Mm-hmm.
just something I want to say about that. We could tap into later. I just want to point that out. Go ahead, bro.
Right, right. There were oh, okay, okay. Kings and their own music. Okay. Kings were sometimes musicians. Example given: David, exquisite on the harp. drove off vapors of Saul by his music.
Slow down, bro. What that says? Say that part again. Read that last sentence.
Oh, you don't know about the same about the story between David and Saul? Yeah, they was butt buddies. Okay, I'm gonna read that again.
Read it again.
Kings were sometimes musicians. Example given: David, exquisite on the harp, drove off vapors of Saul by his music and charmed Saul's
Hey,
messengers who came to take him.
that's a real
Yo,
bro, because
go ahead, bro.
when I used to study that shit as an Israelite, bro, and shit, I used to question the elders about how when King David was made king,
Mm-hmm.
when he was given that reign by the Most High in the Bible.
Out of nowhere.
It was funny because when you read the story and shit, Saul was still the king. But the way they read it out in the story and shit, I mean, the way they wrote it was as like an evil spirit would come over Saul and would make him want to go around and try to slaughter David and shit. But David would play a harp. And every time he played the harp and shit, the evil spirit would leave out of Saul and he would forget that he wanted to slaughter him and stuff like that, man. That was some crazy shit, bro.
And David and Saul met, and this is in the Bible, met on the rooftop and started feeling on each other and stuff with garments that was basically describing them as being half dressed. This is
You
in the
mean
Now,
Bible.
Cook said that they were mortal
Hey,
enemies.
I would love to
No,
add
they wasn't.
something.
No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. They no,
I'd
no,
love
they
to add
wasn't
something in
either.
real quick. You know what I
Because
mean?
when David came came into rule, he actually had a back way through his main room that was through his chimney that he used to send messages from his messenger so his messenger could come scoop it up and give it to Saul.
And that's what that was just saying. Hold on.
Exactly.
What you was about? Hold on, Chris. What you was about to say, Wisdom? He cutting. He going in and out. But, bro, you got a second? You was about to say something real quick?
Go ahead, Wisdom.
You know, he trying to dip between cutting. We can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, you on mute, brother.
Dang. Wait, let me see if I can unmute his thing.
I think he done
All
froze
right, go ahead, bro.
his camera
We
done
hear
froze
you now.
everything.
Bros.
Oh, his thing going out. That's why.
He
Dang,
froze.
that's annoying when it happens.
Y'all can hear me now? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. We got
Don't
you
worry
now.
about it. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
No, say
You
what
hear
you
me
was
now?
gonna say on that point real quick.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like David represent like a part of your brain. You know what I mean? What's called the David. I think it's called the David Lazarus. No, hold on. The David
Yeah,
light. Damn, I forget what it's called,
you did.
but it's
You
a part
talked
of your
about that
brain.
before. I
You know
know
what I'm
what you're talking
saying?
about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like, okay, I know it's gonna be kind of tricky. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave it alone. But David and Saul is the same person. Like Rita Vega was just saying, Saul represents the lower nature. You know what I'm saying? And David represents high nature. So Saul died in order for David to rise. You see what I'm saying? Like killing your lower self to rise to your higher self. So when you're playing the music and stuff like that, you like represent the spirit, God, and stuff like that. David was. But anyway, that's just another thing. I just want to add that in there. That David do actually represent a heart. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of your brain, which is called the fornix, and they call it the Davidus lighterus or something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Like
So
the
that's all I want
ladder.
to say.
Yeah.
You right, brother. You're absolutely right, Wisdom. And with that, it's the stage. It's just the same thing, like how they be talking about Solomon and his wives. They don't understand that that's the distinction of the different spirits, so on and so forth. When it comes to those things, and this actually is confirming this type of information. To be honest, as we go through it. But go ahead, bro. Keep going.
Okay. Um. Okay. Drove off. So kings were sometimes musicians. David, exquisite on the harp, drove off vapors of Saul by his music and charmed Saul's messengers to who sorry charmed Saul's messengers who came to take him. Dancing was an essential part of the festivals, solemnities, and of the sacred. I'm gonna wait till this is to go down some.
Did I go down too far, bro? Wait a minute, I can't hardly tell. From the sacred. Let
No,
me
you
see.
good, you good.
Okay.
And of the sacred worship. Example given after passage of Red Sea, damsels of Israel with Miriam at their head, playing on tabret, sang and danced. David danced at induction of ark into the tabernacle and reproached by Michael not for dancing but for mixing with the people.
Mm.
Hold on.
And choosing those other spirits. Go say that again. Read that part. We started after passages of the Red Sea, bro.
Okay. After passage of Red Sea, damsels of Israel with Miriam at their head, playing on tabret, sang and danced. David danced at induction of ark into the tabernacle and reproached by Michael not for dancing but for mixing with people.
Now, to me, it sounds like that's talking about he was doing a lot of mixing with all these different religions, different things of that nature at the time. Because remember, it said Levites brought in all the religions, so there's a whole conglomerate of different things. So they just happy, they just playing with this one and checking this one out, looking at this religion, church jumping, doing all this and that, right? Is what it sounds like. And then he started getting the spirit that was bringing him to the right mind. Like, wait a minute, this is not what it's about. It's not about this religious stuff, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. While he doing all this mixing and mingling and getting all familiar and happy dancing along with them. And that's when he started coming into his enlightenment or his Christ mind, Christ spirit is what I'm taking from that. But go ahead, bro.
Yep. And I would say that we have to understand that groups recruit, nationalities don't. Okay. Groups recruit. So after he got these groups together, this is what they're talking about. They created festivals to sing, dance, get them in the mix, and then what happened? Now they got him back in these festivals and everything, but it wasn't for celebrating what they were celebrating. It was for mixing with the people. So they was just recruiting. They was just infusing together and coming becoming one. That's what I get from it.
And I get that perspective too. All right.
Nice, nice.
Definitely. Go ahead, bro.
Let's keep going. Okay. At the feast of Shiloh, the damsels danced. Indeed, in Psalms 149, 4 and 154, the dance is ordered. The
Mm.
dance is ordered, which they was ordered to dance and mingle, mix with people. Moses speaks of people at banquets as rejoicing before
Now that's the first time that came in Jehovah, but go ahead.
Jehovah. Oh my God.
So
and
they started with the Jehovah thing at that time. Now they were going into this and that. Like I said, remember I was saying that, bro? They going into the different religions and the this and that. So what was going on? They were mixing and mingling all this together. Even though the Levites had everybody separated with the Catholic, the this, the that, whatever they had the religions is back then. Whoever they was praising, whatever idols, the goat gods and the this and that. All those different things. So then they came into an order. Okay, what order? How we gonna do this? Let's put this together. But go ahead, bro.
Mhm. Moses speaks of people at banquets as rejoicing before Jehovah. And in days of Solomon, people are spoken of by way of compliment, as numerous as the sands of the sea,
Mm, that's deep.
eating, drinking, and making merry. Oh,
Eating, drinking, and making merry.
that's sex. That's love right there.
Mm.
Some commentators suppose every psalm every psalm had an appropriate dance. The dance was
Sorry
an
about that, bro. I was trying to pull it down.
you
I
good.
didn't go too far, did I?
Let's see. No, you didn't. You good.
Okay.
Okay. Some commentators suppose every psalm had an appropriate dance. The dance was in Israel what Cicero says of it in the days multum delicium cum saliatio. Oh, that's Latin. Hold on, let me get that right.
Right.
Mutarum
Mm-hmm.
Ciarum comes saltiadio.
Mm-hmm.
Saltiato. Yeah, there we go.
So this is a time of them bringing a different um it sounds like a different religion, a different area. You know, they were maybe migrating, doing this and that. I'm not really sure, but that's what it's kind of sound like. Go ahead, bro.
Mhm. Literally, oh, sorry. Literal, literal,
Literary.
literary, yeah, you go. Literary character of the Israelites.
Hold on, hold on. What that say? It's the title. It said literally, literally character of the Israelites, and then it said question mark character. So that means it's a part. It's showing like I was just saying. It's talking about different aspects, things, this and that. That's what that's saying to me. So what you think? Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Purely national, but of high order. Whew. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Purely national, but of high order. Three most distinguished persons, Moses, David, and Solomon, three splendid poets and writers. Sacred poetry of other nations, um, con- uh, uh,
Contemptible.
thank you, contemptible when compared. Finest specimens of the beautiful and the sublime are found in the Bible. Isaiah,
Mm.
mhm. Isaiah sublime in the extreme, Quran, Zendevsta, Vedas, and all other religious codes sink into.
Yes. Okay. Look, it said religious codes sink into. Let's see what it's sinking to. Minimize this, baby. Get to the next one. Mm-mm. This tripping me out like, yo, all this confirmation that just be in our face, like it's nothing like it's craziness. Get a little bigger here. Come on, baby.
And
All right,
I
baby.
want to add in while you're looking at that, so if
Yeah,
y'all can
go
hear
ahead,
me,
bro.
I don't know if y'all can still hear me or not.
Yep, we got you.
But the word canon in Hebrew means land of purple, or international trade, or international synchronicity. That's very key, okay, y'all? International
Repeat that
trade,
again, bro. I heard you.
international
Okay, say,
synchronicity. Uh-huh. The
I'm
word
sorry. You said
Canaan,
did you say purple?
C
Oh,
A
the
N,
name Canaan.
land of purple, and it also means international synchronicity, right? How y'all were just saying how everything's synchronized and stuff like that, and international trade, which lets you know about commerce and business and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it was talking about all that as well earlier. It said it here. Yep. All right, bro. You ready?
Yep. Going back to the codes. them codes of significant by the side of the Old Testament. Huh. The,
Wow.
the sublimity of the prophets, a proof of inspiration.
The sublimity. What did that say?
Sublimity,
Wow.
prophets, and proof of inspiration.
Mm, mm. A
Wow.
proof of inspiration. So these are inspired proof to give you this information subliminally. Is what that's saying. Am I tripping or do y'all hear that?
No, no, you correct.
What you think about that, vegan? What you got to say about that part right there?
I think you dead on.
Oh, that's crazy. Go ahead, bro. Keep it moving. That's crazy.
Okay. 29. Arts, manufacturers, and commerce. Arts considerably advanced, but not equal to Egyptians. Each one made his own instruments for tillage. Women spun, wove, embroidered, and made clothes for their families and for sale. Chariots were built, stones hewed, instruments made of gold, silver, and brass, and there were vessels of clay. In time
Vessels
of
of clay.
Mhm. In time of David and Solomon, there were good carpenters and masons, though
Mm,
though,
doing all this construction.
mhm, though not equal to tyrants. Tyrants. Okay. Seals, rings, pendants, necklace, bracelets, amulets, mirrors of brass, all spoken of at early period. At later date, artificers in high repute, example given Joseph, a carpenter, Simon, a tanner, in Joppa, Alexander learned Jew, what? A coppersmith, Paul and Aquila were tent makers. In time of the patriarchs, sorry, in time of the patriarchs, commerce was by was
Sorry,
by
bro.
you good was by caravans in the days of David and Solomon, both by caravans in sea. Tyrians in those days were carriers of the world. I'm looking that up real quick.
Carriers of the world. You gonna look that up? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up Tyrians.
Right. You somehow, Chris, you gonna look up what the Tyrians or Tyrians, whatever the hell that is?
Yeah, Tyrian is a native or inhabitant of the Lebanese port of Tyre. Yeah.
Oh, Tyra.
hmm So yeah, they talking about the people of Tyre. Okay, cool. I just need to know what that was. I like to look up stuff, so I need to know what that Tyrian was. Okay, sis, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start from here.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys. So we're going on to chapter 3. It says monumental history. What is the principal source from which the history of the earliest periods of Egypt and the most of the great Asiatic nations is derived? Question mark. This is important. Monuments. Things that they moved and destructed, but we ain't gonna get into all that. Object of raising monuments, question mark. Raised by kings and nations through a principle of mere vanity, or to commemorate great events, or to serve a useful purpose. Hence, monuments of all descriptions from a pile of stones to the temple, pyramid, canal, pillar of Jacob at Hebron, heap of stones, mark of conciliation with the Laban. That's on page 175. How many monuments historically? First, they indicate state of the arts and civilization. Pantheon sewers, Wall of China, Apollo Belvedere, Pyramid, Second excites inquiry, a history, a tradition of mythos attached to them. Example, Boda Tort, old magazine. I'm assuming it's saying. Let's see.
Yep. You
All
true.
right. Okay, let me see. Get this thing out the way. Come on now. All right. Where was that, bro?
Torch, old magazine. That's where you left off.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Old magazine. I just seen it. Okay. Magazine here. Column of Trajan, Avendome, Temple of Fortuna, Molubris, Origin of Tale of Carolinas. Oh, that's talking about the Carolinas, y'all. We already know that. Talking about Carolinas. House of Loreto, Colosseum, and when covered with inscriptions, much more instructive example is Arundelian and competent, Capitoline marbles. Obelisk of the obelisk of Egypt.
Egypt. Yep.
Character of the monumental history. First, fragmentary. Second, too many things ascribed to founders. Example, Tarquin Priscus, builder of the pyramids. Something third, something is blanked out there. Not chronological unless full of dates. Okay. Mm. I'm gonna have to open the panel in a minute and stop so we can just discuss some of this because this it's a lot going on with all this. I think I skipped one. Did I? Da, da, da. Yeah. Okay. Make sure it was that page. Okay. Yeah. I didn't go through all of that story. I went to something else in here, but we're gonna still get to it. Let's see. You good on reading again, bro? You want me to go ahead from here? You want to take a break?
I can keep going if you need me to.
Okay. Perfect. Let me see. Let me try to zoom it in again. Dang, come on, stop playing with me.
Big Philly OG in the building. What's going on, big bro? Salute. Quinn, salute. What's going on, bro? I see you.
Okay, perfect. All right, now let's get to the top. Go down a little bit. All right. Our continuance of the antediluvian history. We actually went back, y'all. I had these pages arranged. I'm just going through this. I didn't know how it was set up actually. So we're going back to page 5 and we're going to go from here. This is previous to some of the information we just went through. But I'm sure it's something in here is why I kept this page. Go ahead, bro.
All right. Want me to start at 9?
J mind the building. What's going on, bro? Yep, we ready, bro.
Okay. 9. Are we supposed are we to suppose that the heavenly bodies were created on the fourth day, or that their functions were merely established in relations to the earth?
Question mark.
Yep, italic. We got to know. That's important. So, the latter, the word create in Genesis is sometimes used in the sense of establish. In the
Hmm. Oh no, hold on. I gotta plug this up. I'm coming.
you good. The word create in Genesis is sometimes used in the sense of establish. You ready, sis?
All right. Yep, I got it, bro. It's good now.
Okay. In the book of Job, we are told that when the foundation of the earth was laid, the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
Hold
Hold
on.
on. You gonna make me sing now, now, now. Hold on. Okay, what that say right there, bro? Read that again. Read that part one more time. Just that part.
Okay. Okay. In the book of Job, we are told that when the foundations of the earth was laid, the morning star sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy.
So what that tell y'all? What did I just tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all the light? Didn't I tell y'all where the stars that are connected to the source, connected to the source, that y'all are part of any and everything that's on this earth walking and talking? Think it's a game. Y'all better recognize, y'all better know y'all power. Y'all better know who gives y'all energy and strength and who backing y'all, who got it all.
Hmm.
It said the morning
That's
stars
right. Can I shine
sang
something on that,
together.
son, sister, son? Go ahead.
Yes, bro. 1 second. And all the sons of God shouted for joy. They talking about us, y'all. Y'all don't know. Go ahead, bro. Hit it. Go ahead, wisdom.
Hmm.
Right? And so that morning star is also the star tetrahedron. And with the star tetrahedron, every life form or whatever develops the star tetrahedron on the eighth day. You know what I'm saying? That's the crystallizing stage. That's animal, plant, human, whatever. But it's the star tetrahedron pattern. And like you saying, is the light, right? And each cell is called an astro microtubule. See what I'm saying? We know astro means light. So just to
Yes.
confirm what you're saying. That's it.
Thanks, brother. Yes, you're so right. So when y'all hear me, the ones that are familiar with me, maybe people that don't know me too great, but you guys hear me always talking about the Oregon energy. What wisdom is just describing, he's talking about the Oregon energy that actually is expelled and that gives everything life. That is the entire life and energy on this physical plane, guys. This is where we get our energy from. This is where we get our light from. This is why I tell you guys, if you're eating meats and things of these natures, you're feeding death into your body. Unless you're eating life-giving herbs, roots, and fruits and vegetables, these are the things that actually are how can I say it? They coincide with our body's mechanism because we're of the same material. You guys got to understand this. This is so important to your development in your mind, body, and spirit. These things coincide. There's a trinity within you, and these things you have to keep at a balance in order to be fluctuating the correct way. If there's not a balance and you having density in certain areas, it creates blockages, it creates issues, it creates sickness, it creates problems that you're having in your mental capacity just because things are not flowing correctly because you have all these blockages, guys. So just keep all this stuff in mind that we're talking about because this is so important and pertinent to not only your physical being but to the spiritual being developing into a stage where it needs to be. In order to get to that spiritual light minded, that light, that enlightenment, what happens is when we're pulling out all the natural energies into our body, they start to work for us. The sun gives us the absorption, and we pull those molecules into our cells. These cells fluctuate, and it actually gives the energy to us, and it helps the blood to actually ignite certain coding within our structure. The mitochondrial DNA, the mother cells that are from our ancestors, everything that's within us that we come from, that is us. When these things are ignited, they fluctuate, and it creates a gas aspect in the mind, a crystallization, that diamond in your mind. That's that crystallization, the Christ mind, the Christ spirit. When you get that fluctuation, and then the it composes a gas aspect. This is what creates our aura, our Taurus field, as people say. That chakras that are aligned. It's a purification. So now everything is protected. We have that force field around us. That's why I said I want to do that superhero live. I'm gonna get to it, guys. There's just so much other stuff and coming up important. But that force field around us is what helps and protect us from everything physically and spiritually. So when you have this all in the correct balance and everything's on the correct and the proper frequency of that light and being in tune with nature, being in tune with the universe, everything that we have within us and coinciding with nature, this is how we control our atmosphere. Go ahead, bro. I want to keep going. Hit it.
But number
I
10.
want to add on something there right quick. So you said the force field and stuff around us, right? So that
Go ahead,
everybody
bro.
can understand that it's all the same thing. So like the star tetrahedron and stuff I was telling you about how it crystallized on the eighth day, each human has it, it's the same exact thing that's around your whole body. That is the force field as well. You know what I mean? Which is your star tetrahedron or whatever. Especially when you become highly vibrational. You know what I mean? To where it can form at a star tetrahedron, where they call it the spaceship or whatever, or the macabre, or the Kabbalah and stuff like that, which is just meaning a vehicle of light. That's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm glad you said that, bro. Remind me to say this too. With that, guys, when he's talking about that, these mother cells, the cells that I say are coming from our ancestors and all that. Remember, these are light coatings. I did a live, I think it was the day before yesterday. If you guys go back, you'll see I was talking a lot about the bacteria and stuff, and that being us in the formulation of us. And those coatings, those things are light codes as well. So all this stuff coincides, y'all. We gotta get on point, y'all. We just gotta make sure that we are absorbing this information, not just hearing it. We're absorbing it and we're making use of it and we're putting it and implementing it into our lives because in doing so, this is how we're able to materialize and manifest and make things that we want to be the proper way and bring it back to the correct reality. I just want to say that. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Number 10. How are we first and fourth days creation? How are first and fourth days creation reconciled? Various explanations. Example given. One says Latin light created first day. Another, that principle of light was created that day, and the substances in which it was to shine on forth. Another, that heat and light were made, which look like it says aided in the subsequent formations. Another that create means to order, to make appear. That a dense vapor was cleared away on the fourth, which made light appear to the earth.
Mm,
Whew. No
that's
reason.
something, ain't it?
Yeah. No reason to think light was created even first day. Let there be light does not imply that it did not before exist, but that it was substitute
Substituted, bro.
oh sorry, Baba, substituted for darkness at that time. Many animals thousands of years before man were furnished with eyes.
Hold on. Go back. Go back. Let's just take that back to let there be light, bro. Take it back to there and just read that again so it can sink in.
Okay. Let there be light does not imply that it did not before exist, but that it was substituted for darkness at that time. Many animals, thousands of years before man, were furnished with eyes. Hmm. The
That's
difference.
something right there in itself, right? That's a discussion. I don't even want to start getting into that part right there. But wow, y'all make sure y'all take notice because it's definitely gonna come back up.
Yeah.
So yo, that's just real crazy. Buckland's Geo 30 and 34. I'm not familiar with Buckland's Geo, but I don't even think I have those pages downloaded. Dang it. We can look it up later though, but that's gonna be something we could check out because that right there is tripping me out right here. Let there be light. Let's just delve into this for a quick minute, bro, before we go on, because I'm questioning this. Let there be light does not imply that it did not before exist, which we understand and understand that because it's already there. But that it was substituted for darkness at that time. So the light was substituted for darkness at that time. What would the darkness be coming into the physical man from the spirit man? Many animals, thousands of years before man, were furnished with eyes. The difficulty here is in favor of authenticity, for imposters would have no apparent clashing. I'm not. I'm tripping on this, bro. What are you taking from that? Vegan wisdom. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm thinking in my thoughts right now. Tell me what y'all feeling or thinking about this.
I mean, it just seems like How was the animals able to get around if there was no light?
Right. And then it said for thousands of years, bro. It said thousands of years.
Right.
I don't know. I'm still
Yeah,
trying
you
to
know
take.
how I see it like this too, right? That my bad, Greedy. Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Nah, I'm just saying I'm still trying to take in this shit. Like I don't know. Like god damn. Like Chris just said and shit. If it was no light, then how the fuck is the animals? And then do we really think animals was here before us?
And at the same time, how was there plants or anything if there wasn't a source to grow them? You know?
But is the animal us? Is it saying that the animal is us? So like I said, we came into we came from the
Yes.
spirit man to the physical man, guys. Now think about what it said. Remember what it said
Yes.
before
Now
in
you
the other
got it,
page.
sister. Hmm.
Go ahead, elaborate.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? Because like, see, because when they say animals, that we all are made up of animal cells. And remember, you were just speaking about the cells and stuff like that, and they were talking about the light, and we know the
Yeah,
cells is the light, which is the light vehicle in the car, right? And before light, when light came, that's so that we could actually experience life physically. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, we was in darkness, right? Which we know darkness is light. You know what I mean? Light
because
comes
we
out
were
of
the
the
light.
darkness.
Just to
You see
just
what
to
I'm saying?
solidify
But
that
it
part you're
wasn't
saying, bro.
physical. Hmm.
Because we were the
That's
light.
right.
This is the thing, bro. Because we were the light, there was no light
That's right.
needed because we were the light. It's crazy. It's like and then
See,
all
but
this
what
came
I'm
into the
saying is, right?
picture, so we
It's
needed
like
light.
you always a light. Uh-huh. But you can't. But we wasn't interacting with the light. You see what I'm saying? Because we didn't know. You see what I'm saying? Until it became manifested upon itself. Because you remember now when they said that they were saying it's a character and stuff like that. So they're giving like
Facts.
different meanings, but they suggesting it as if it's literal, but they really mean something else behind it. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like how it says animals automatically, even though it's saying animal, I'm like, oh, it's talking about us. So immediately I knew that. So with the animal instinct, that is the physical, it couldn't be a physical animal. So it had to be the physical being is the reference of the animal because it said the characters, right? So this is showing us, this is just more clarification that these characters are showing different things and meanings, and people are taking everything in this Bible as a literal thing. But go ahead, bro.
Mhm. The difficulty here is in favor of authenticity, for imposters would have no apparent clashing. Moving on to number 11. Are there any traditions among nations which seem to corroborate the Mosaic account of the fall of man and of the progressive corruption of the human race up to the period of their destruction? Question.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. What is that now? I was a little distracted. I apologize. Are there any traditions among nations which seem to corroborate the music account of the fall of man? Yep. And of the transgression, corruption of the human race up to the period of their destruction. Oh my gosh, just talking about it. Go ahead, bro.
All nations seem to have some traditions on this subject. Example given, um, Hesioids, Pandora, or the Grecian Eve, a modest version.
Hold on, bro. What it said? The Grecian Eve. Eve is the Grecian. Is that the Eve? Eve is the Grecian. I'm just saying. Go ahead, bro.
Is capitalized, so it got to be a person, I'm pretty sure. Grecian Eve, a modest virgin, adorned by Minerva, converted, covered with jewelry by Graces, crowned with flowers by Season, but unlikely gifted with speech filled with falsehood and deceitful manners by Mercury. Whoa, oh, Mercury retrograde, damn. Hence, she became corrupter of man. She, hold on.
Sorry, bro. Should I go back up? Hold on to that previous. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. Go back up. Just a little, yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Did I go too far, bro? That's it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
So it's saying, well, we can go back to Pandora or the Grecian Eve, a modest version adorned by Minerva. Minerva, covered with jewels by Graces, crowned with flowers by Seasons, but unlikely gifted with speech filled with falsehood and deceitful manners by Mercury. Hence, she became corrupter of man.
It was a little noise, bro. I had to mute somebody real quick. Go back to that part again, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, now you cool, you cool. Grecian Eve, a modest virgin adorned by Minerva, covered with jewels by Graces,
Mm,
crowned with flowers by Seasons,
mm,
but unlikely gifted with speech filled with falsehood and deceitful manners by Mercury.
mm. That sounds like it's talking about Mother Earth.
Yes,
Am I tripping? What that sound like?
Mother Earth. Like Mercury in that retrograde got sent.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, she became corrupter of man. So y'all blaming it on a female now?
Wow.
When y'all
Just
have
like in the Bible, remember? Eve did it. She ate that apple. No. Craziness.
and even before Eve, they had Lilith as the wicked one too. That's crazy.
Right. All the bad women. Y'all bad women.
Man. Oh man. Okay.
She became the corrupter of man. Mm.
even
All that power and strength.
even though those men Saul, Joseph, and all the motherfuckers put this shit together.
Was a blasphemy.
Okay. Say what you say.
Okay, let's continue. The nations of the East have some traditions very analogous to the Mosaic account. Example given: the two principles in the Persian religion, good and evil. Whoa.
Whoa. Read that last sentence again, bro. The nations of the East. What?
The nations of the East have some traditions very analogous to the Mosaic account. Example given: the two principles in the Persian religion, good and evil. So now we know where
Wow.
good and evil come from.
Wow.
I told y'all before it came from, the it's
Yep,
Zoroastrian.
the Sarusians. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
You sure did,
Zoroastrian.
bro.
The Persian outdates all that foreign, all that shit. But yeah,
Yep, that Persian Empire.
Wow.
And guess what deep about that, y'all? Is that the Zoroastrian beliefs and all that stuff were dealing with the Slavic people. It was the Slavs. So that's where you
Yep.
get the slaves from. You see what I'm saying? Then they start orchestrating it into organized religion, but it was all for the Slavs. Constantine was the minister of the damn Slav the slaves, man.
mm,
Mhm. That's crazy. Okay. The nations of the East have some traditions very analogous to the Mosaic account. Example given: the two principles in the Persian religion, good and evil, or Ormuds and Ottoman. 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 You gotta pronounce that H. It's their language. Conflict between them, fall and imperfection of man in all things
Mm.
else, owing
Mm.
to interference.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying not to. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me mute.
No. I'm gonna go back over that because that was powerful. Conflict between them, fall and imperfections of man and all things else, owing to interference of Aram, Araman and Araman, the evil principle, and the
Wait
traditions
a minute. Hold on. We got to get that right. That word right, bro. Hold on. The interference of Abraman. It's not Abraham.
Araman.
Is that an H?
Araman. Yeah, it's a H. Araman. Or yeah,
Araman. Okay,
yeah,
Araman, the evil principle. So Araman is the evil principle, is what that's saying. Okay, go ahead, bro.
yep, yep. Araman is the evil principle. Ormuds is the good principle. In the traditions of the
I'm sorry, but that Ironman is connected to Zoroastrianism.
yep.
Explain that. Elaborate on that, vegan. I'm not familiar, bro. You know, I
It's,
want to know.
it's what you call it's what they call the dark spirit or the dark force, the evil force, the corrupt force or the corrupt spirit or energy, whatever you want to call it. But it was a principle, like he was reading, that's connected to the principles of good and evil that was taught in Zoroastrianism.
Mm-hmm. So it's still all tying back.
You know what that was?
Like basically
I don't know how far back, but in the research that I did do on that before, from what I can see, is that it was the earliest form of a monotheistic type of practice that was taught amongst people over there in that region, amongst Persia, through some dude, whoever the original Zoroaster, or I think it's Zoroaster or Zoroaster, whoever he originally was, has started. I guess he was the early Muhammad. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The evil principle. That's deep.
Yeah, so Iron is what the Christians call the devil or Satan.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what I was just saying. Baphomet, devil.
Yeah,
Yeah, he represent the god of war, like
right.
Yep, Seth.
Which
Yep,
is evil.
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. In the
Go ahead, bro.
tradition,
I'm trying to see this part about in the tradition of the Indians. Go ahead, bro.
in the traditions of the Indians, we have two races. One gigantic and corrupt, engage in internal wars with the race of Brahmin, Brahmin patriarchs, pious and holy.
Mm.
Mm, wow.
That
Which
something else. So basically, letting us know the tradition of the Indians. We have two races of Indians. One's good and one's bad, which we know just like anything. There's a balance. There's a good and a bad.
yep, we're the good ones. Over there apparently is the bads because obviously they don't even want to claim being Asian and they live in South Asia. I mean, I don't get it.
Right.
Right. And it got to, yeah,
Right.
it
Right.
got to be connected to those over there also, because when they talk about the Brahmin patriarchs, Brahma is the is the most high of Hinduism. Is the overall deity of that Hinduism religion. Is his or its name is called Brahma.
Hmm.
Hold on, I was trying to get it back up to you now. I don't think
You
it's
know,
logging.
you know what, Chris? We had been through this before. I think it was on your screen. We was getting into that over down the smokers lounge one night and shit, bro. How you remember I had brought that point out when I was trying to say that I just didn't understand and shit how everybody be saying, well, not everybody, but a lot of the indigenous Americans over here now that still hold on to the Bible, and they say that Egypt was over here, this was written over here, everything was taught reverse, and stuff like that. But when you do your research and shit, man, all that shit comes from Persia. It comes from that Babylonian kind, that region, Mesopotamia.
Sumeria, yep.
That's why earlier in the writings it was talking about the Asiatic nations and stuff like that. Like all that religious shit, all them writings, that shit come from over there. I don't understand how people keep trying to connect that shit to the ancient Americans. I can't see it, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mandela effects.
Hey, you know what happened too, Greedy Vegan? I think what I just noticed not too long ago, I noticed when they speak about the West, they talking about West Europe. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they were West, Central, and East Europe. They was the one doing all the fighting. You see what I'm saying? All the wars and stuff. So when they were saying
Right,
the West, they were talking about West Europe, not America. You know what I mean?
right. Way back then, when that whole land was called Eurasia.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Nice, nice. We about to go into these damn Chinese people. Remember, I keep throwing that 1911
Yes.
US. I keep telling y'all these Chinese motherfuckers is fucked up, and it's the reasons why their own people don't like them. They know
Mm,
that the Chinese try to take over fucking Japan. Japan whooped their ass. They called the French and called British to come help them. Japan was still whooping their ass, and they needed nobody. And them niggas came and took over that shit. But we gonna see. Okay,
mm.
we gonna see how wicked these
We
motherfuckers.
about to check into this.
So the Chinese have similar traditions. Oh, we're talking about Arman traditions. We're not talking about the Ormuds traditions, which means we're talking about the evil traditions. Okay.
Right. The evil. Yeah. Ooh, it's stated right there. They evil as hell. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make that point. They said it's similar traditions, and the wickedness of her emperors were represented as one cause of the deluge. What whilst whilst the good patriarchs labored for the benefit of the race.
For
Woo!
the benefit of the race.
The race. Mm. In a
Wow.
in a mountain range of Asia, abounding in metals, there is a people. Um,
Tashoots of French. I
that's
got some
yeah,
paperwork on them too. We're gonna bring that up one day.
for sure.
If I don't mention it, remind me, Chris or Vegan. I got some paperwork on the Tashoots or something. It's saying it's a bunch of stuff that was going on with some wars and all that. I haven't had a chance to read it, but yeah.
Yeah. There is a people, Tashuds in French, who have preserved the very names of Cain and Seth
Mm,
in tradition,
mm.
but with change
Changing
of
character.
character. Ah,
Oh my goodness.
I'm done.
Wow. Chris, they say you sound a little low, bro. Can you try to turn your mic up a little bit?
Yes. I can. Sorry.
Now that sound better already. I don't know what you just
Okay.
did. Let me get to the next page, bro. Why you doing that?
Okay.
Wow. This stuff is crazy right now. Just putting it in our face, man. We just be like, we don't even be knowing what's going on half the time. That's what's annoying.
Mm-hmm. It's
Let me see.
it's
Did I skip
it's
again? Let me make
it's
sure.
the fact that nobody want to research. Nobody want to look and see if this is actual fact before you get into it, because what do they use? They use the people and they use your family to get view the word of mouth.
Yeah.
And once your family is like, yo, no, God is real, da da da. Why not believe your family?
Mm.
Right?
That's all you grew up with, right? That's all you know. What my people said. What my people said.
And that's how they had us fuck our own households up.
Right.
Oh, come on, thing. Don't do that. Hold on. Gotta get it right first. Here you go, the adjustments.
Good, you good.
All right, now let's get to the top of the page. Get it down here. So we right at it. Okay, that should be right. Let's see. All right, it is stable now, bro. You can see. Wait, let me go up a little bit. Look like it's missing the first letter. One more time. Let's see. I'm just gonna leave it there and then go back down. Start there, bro.
Oh, you good,
I'm
you
trying
good.
to get where you got more to just go, and I ain't got to keep doing that. But go ahead.
Right. Let's see.
Indigenous D60, welcome to the platform, bro. Appreciate you coming in with us to get this information.
Shout out, bro. Salute.
Salute.
Let's see.
Salute to Latifah
Oh
Miller
yeah,
says,
what's up, bro?
welcome
What's
to the
happening?
platform this morning.
Mhm.
All right, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are you good? Cain is father of good. I think that's good race. It's a bit blurry.
Yeah, it is, bro. It's a page. I don't know why. Wait, let me try to go down a little bit more and see if it will. If not, I'll just read it because I can't. It's blurry for me too, but I can see it a little better than you, I think. Yeah, it's this whole page. Dang.
I just want to say this. It started off. Cain is the father of the good race. Oh
Right.
my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my
Crazy.
gosh.
Hmm. Right.
So good. Vegan, you saw that? I'm pretty sure you saw that. Yo, who is the good race, y'all? I'm pretty sure that's us. It gotta be us.
Talking about us.
It gotta be us. So Cain's supposed to be our daddy, not fucking Abraham or Solomon or yeah, Abraham, right? It's supposed to be Abraham, right?
Yeah, I think they say Abraham.
Yeah,
It's,
so
I want to say is it Seth? Because
oh,
Cain
oh,
allegedly was cursed, right, for killing Abel and shit. And then they allegedly gave birth to another child, Seth.
yeah, but hold on. You right. You are right. However, we got to go further. We got to go after Seth because they say there was two babies that was born together, Esau and fucking Jacob, and that's supposed to represent the white and the black races. What the fuck is going
Right,
on?
just like they said with Cain and Abel. That's the same story with Cain and Abel, right?
Uh,
So hold on, check this out. They got these people going crazy off the tribe of Judah, and they don't the 12 tribes or whatever the case may be, but they don't even realize that you can go to Cain and that's your daddy. Oh
See, hey, because what they all realize, right, y'all, is that when you look at what Cain means, it means to vindicate. So the whole idea of worship and stuff like that came from the children of Cain trying to find God because they didn't know God. And so that was the whole example of him killing Abel, which is the word of God, the spirit of God, that Christ in you, God in you. That's what Cain killed. And everything since then, all the children of the world been following after, looking for God. You see what I'm saying? So we are all
Looking,
the children
seeking,
of
and
Cain, the
searching.
children of disobedience. You see what I'm
That's a
saying?
jewel. That's a jewel, bro. Isn't these motherfuckers here looking for God now?
Right. Looking, seeking, and searching. Mm.
Oh man, good one, brother. Good one. Yo, we cooking. Hit that like button.
Right. I'll never say that. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like. Love me. Show me some love. We loving on y'all. Speaking today. Okay, look, we can read some of this, bro. It's gonna be a struggle, but I'm about to see it as best I can. So boom, here we go.
Go ahead.
It says Cain is the father. No, it don't say the. It said Cain is father of good race, the inventor of the arts, mechanic, miner, architect. Damn, that sounds like the Mason builders.
Exactly.
The Greeks and old Romans had some traditions under different
Let me slide
forms.
this in right quick, so my bad for cutting you off. I'm so
Yep, go
sorry.
ahead.
But don't forget now, Cain was the people that went and built the cities. Don't forget that. That's when they went off and started building cities. So they are the Masons, literally.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, and we could look at Cain as these motherfuckers that's building these cities because aren't they looking for a source and they don't have a source? They have no connection to a source.
Right.
AKA
Hey, I'm
calcified
glad you
pineal
said that
gland.
too, Chris. Because now when you think about the Dukes and everything in Europe, the people who started all the stuff like Really Biggie was
Uh,
saying, these are the children of Edom. EDOM.
yup,
Edom. Yep.
Edom, yup.
the Edomites. The Edomites
The
are
Edomite,
Edomites.
Edomite. Yep.
Esau.
Damn,
Facts. That's the truth.
wisdom on fire.
This crazy, right? It's crazy, right? No, let's not. We tripping this morning. There's too much going on in the mind. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Oh no, I was
No,
reading,
that was
brother.
you. Yeah, yeah, you got it.
Hold on. I'm so you said, go ahead, brother. I was ready back to.
Nah,
Oh
you
shit.
good.
Okay. Now where was I at? Let me see. Ooh, this
You
show look
you
crazy.
you stopped at architects at my
Okay.
yeah, mechanics minor and architects.
Okay, it was saying what all he did. Okay, then it says that the Greeks and the old Romans had old traditions under different forms. Deterioration of race progressive what? First golden age. Oh my gosh, this is at the golden age. It said the very first golden age, y'all. What we in right now. Didn't we just talk about this, Chris, earlier when we was talking about something else we was reading on that part? We were saying how it's resurfacing and recite. It's the we already know it's a continuous. It's over and over and over. And then it's like they keep using the same things like it's a different story. Now you just read the same story over and over and over. Let's just keep playing it
A
like this.
loop.
We'll just put a different character and a different this. But yeah, go ahead. What you
It's
was
a
gonna say,
loop.
bro? I heard you saying something.
It's a loop. That's why I be telling people break the loops, family. Break them loops. Don't stay stuck in these paradigms that these motherfuckers making for you. Break the loops.
Got to. Got to
That's
get out
right.
of
It's called
assimilation.
It's called chiasmic writing. That's what it's called, and that's a form of writing that came up from the Hebrews, and it's actually
Hmm.
literally a loop, just like what y'all saying. It lets you know that the story repeats itself over and over. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Fact, and we was literally, if y'all go back on Net Connect, guys, Net Connect, if y'all go back on Net Connect, last week, Huey did a live on words and spells. We were actually talking about this. I literally brought that up, and I didn't even know about this information. I just knew that that's what it was. Something Huey was saying about the letters, and we went in depth into this. So I want y'all to check that out, especially just on that part, because we was really I can't even remember everything that came to my mind, but the spirit was just leading me like it do, and I just spit whatever I felt. But what it was when he was writing the letter, I started looking at it, and I'm looking at it he had a whiteboard, and it was the whiteboard, and then he had the black marker, of course. And I was thinking, like, well, damn, when you writing stuff, it's always in that black and white. And that took me back to the phonetics and the Egyptology, the timeology, all the stuff we manipulated with the waveform, everything that's running through us, period, our sensory system, everything that we have. So when we think about all that stuff being connected, all that stuff was running back in my mind when he was writing for some reason. Then I'm looking at the letter. So when he was curving the letter and this and that, and we were saying how the words hit you and how I feel like music hits us. I explained how the music hits the melanin because of the vibration and frequency that actually electrifies us, giving voltage and energy to ourselves, right? The same thing with the lettering when I was watching him. It was like when he was writing, and as I was thinking, you could see like a frequency code in the freaking lettering. Like when he was writing and something he was saying, he said something and it just made me see like, dang, this is like really the frequency. And as he was writing, I'm like, this is putting that imprint. It's just like, a stamp. You know how they had a stamp, those little rubber stamps they used to have? It's putting a stamp in your mind. It's putting you know what I'm saying? It's like it's imprinted. It's like boom, boom. That's that waveform imprintation in your brain because now you're conforming to what this is, your thing. And that lettering on that white paper, and it's always black or blue, something that's dark, so that it's standing out. It's a stamp. It's an imprint. I can't elaborate more on that, but something was coming to my mind during that video. If y'all could check
Mhm.
it out, but we was tripping on that.
Yeah, I always bring up that like they need music to tap into your frequencies, and they use music to tap into your frequencies. Reasons why they have jingles. They only need to hit a few high notes within 1,000 to 2,000 kilohertz, and they're talking to your throat chakra. But nobody knows this. I can show you on an equalizer EQing notes or vocals, and I can show you a whole color diaphragm by frequencies that match your chakras by
Facts.
color
I got
form.
that. Yes.
Mhm,
The light. Oh no, I'm just saying. You're right, bro. You're right. The light and sound coincide.
mhm. Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up because you're right with that music, right? Thinking about that, you're correct 100% because physically, literally, when the music vibrational tone, the frequency, when it hits our melanin, right? What people want to say that the ether in our body, people be having a conflict with the word when none of these words don't mean the shit it is, but I just get so tired of arguing. But
Right.
to me, to me, it's the melanin. So the melanin, when the frequency hits the melanin, what happens is the melanin absorbs it. It takes that frequency in, and it actually vibrates, and that gives that oscillation, as I was saying, to the frequency, and then that gives certain volume to the blood, and it actually gives the frequency to oscillate to a quick speed because the voltage of the energy that's collected into that cell from the melanin, one little melanin cell, it actually can absorb up to 15 volts of energy. So if you sunbathe and stuff, you'll be able to feel that within yourself, that energy. So when
Mhm.
the same thing when it hits it and it does that, that's what's going on. So that frequency code, when we hear music, right? This is why they manipulated. This is why they changed everything. This is why it was saying something we were on the other page back. I didn't want to stop and elaborate on it, but now that we saying it now, something with something with that music, and it also hits right not only your throat, but it hits your chakras, which is the important part of that because you got to think the string, the frequency, the intensity of that sound. You're hearing it, it hits your ears, and it goes down the ear, nose, and throat. All that's connected. So when you said it hits your throat, it is because the sound frequency is hitting your throat chakra, and it's also hitting your heart chakra when you're thinking about the string music like pianos, guitars, these things.
Hearts.
This is why harps, yes, this is why they took the natural frequency away, and they have changed the tuning of fine tuning of musical instruments, and that the music they use, all this stuff is stuff to work against us. It literally works against our mechanism. It works against our body. It works against our frequency. It works the same way these nanoparticles do to disseminate certain things within us that weaken our aura and causes certain breakages and things. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff plays a large part, and I'm tripping because it's just it's tripping me out when we just reading this. The
Now,
minister of all this stuff, and it's showing all this is coming from the religion and state thing. Go ahead, bro.
check this out
What you
though,
saying? Mm-hmm.
because I know exactly what you was talking about. So I'm gonna take it back to what we was talking about earlier, and what we are saying. This is why they did the festivals, and they had the instruments and bands and
Mm-hmm.
musicians and people who were singing there because they had
Yeah.
that. They needed that music to have the whole people that they wanted
Yep.
to mix together. So they tapped into them frequencies with the
Yep.
music, the food, the whole good shit.
All of it,
And they
bro.
was getting
All the
crunk,
senses.
they was getting lit, and then that red light special music came on, that TLC came on, and they started getting busy.
Exactly,
Ain't
brother.
nothing different than how we do it.
Exactly. Craziness of it all of that just together, and then what they were doing then, because see they knew all this stuff was going on because they were the ones that were exerting it, right? So
Mhm.
now they get all these people at these festivals, this and that. Now they use, y'all, these dummies don't know, they think, oh yeah, we're having a fun old ball, but not knowing, oh, they're galvanizing your energy, they're harvesting your energy, they're using this for something else, surplusing that shit so they can go do this and that. Now they're going to use more waveforming to get you guys to do this and that, and keep doing it, moving it and raising that frequency that they can take and get it higher and higher and higher, so they can take it and galvanize it and use it and control it. And yeah, all that.
Mhm. Yep.
It's sad. It's sad. Let's go on to this, y'all. I can't even get through. I'm after this page. I'm gonna have to stop, and then we could just chat because this done got so, man, this done got kind of crazy right now. This says because this page right here alone, I don't know what the next page gonna say, but this page alone is too much for me. Oh, where was I at? Yeah, that. Oh, what do y'all did y'all see that part where it says the deterioration of race progressive
Progressive. Yep.
of the golden age that we're in again right now?
Means any goddamn race that's progressing, they killing that shit.
Right. It said it was the very first golden age. It says when earth supplied all of the wants, life was sweet and death a delightful sweet sleep. Oh my gosh. It said death was so nobody was scared of death. Nobody was afraid of dying because they already knew what it was. Oh, I'm about to go to sleep and then I'm doing this all over.
Right.
Mm.
I'm so jealous right now. I don't believe it.
I'm who tell me, take me back. Where that time machine at?
Mm.
Right.
What you think about that, Vegan? You heard that?
You goddamn right. That's what I be talking about and shit. You know, I be asking like, well, this shit, why is all this shit important and shit? Because somebody made this shit important to us.
Yep. all the time. Yep. Mm.
Facts, bro. Damn.
Woo. Let's get through this page. This page is deep right here alone. It says, then second, the Silver Age. Then third, the I don't know what this says. Oh my gosh. I hate this thing looking like this. I think it says Brazern, or I think it's a BRAR, maybe a IM or a CM or OM.
Is
Some
that
other age, y'all. It looked like it say bronze, but it doesn't. It couldn't say bronze the way these R's are in here. So I don't know what this is, but there's a third age that I can't really read it. Brasm. Oh, maybe it is BRARIM. Brarine.
I'm thinking that it's actually I'm thinking that it actually should say Bronze Age.
Yeah, it's just a bronze.
But it's no N, it's no Z.
Yeah, it look like
It looks
Brer,
like the
it's
last the very
Brerum
last letter looks like a
M.
M like
Yeah,
Mary.
like Brerum or Brarum or
Yeah,
some.
Briarim, or it's some I've seen it somewhere, I think, because it looked familiar, but it's not clear enough for me to really recollect. So whatever it is, we know it's some other third age. Then the fourth age was the Iron Age.
right.
Wickedness so great in, oh gosh, great in Henson age. It says wickedness so great in some kind of age. Benzim. BENICN, I think it says. The Benzene age. Oh man, I'm mad this thing clear.
Mm.
As to determine Jupiter. Ooh. To the oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, guys. This sounds crazy right here. Let me say this real clear. It looks crazy, but I'm gonna read as clear as possible. It said wickedness so great in whatever age as to determine Jupiter to destroy the animal races by a flood. And then it says, see Ovid, whatever Ovid is, OVID. I don't even know what that is.
Mm.
Hey, it's crazy. It's crazy that shit say see over. If you just look at it and listen, just close your eyes and just say see over. It just
See
sound like
over
you.
it, look over it.
It sound like you spelling COVID.
Oh, whoa, you
I'm
ain't
sorry.
lying. That's
I just
deep
wanted to
though.
mess with your head a little bit. My
But
bad.
you ain't lying. That's some crazy shit. I'm glad Huey ain't up here right now because he'd be going
They
in
didn't
on that
cut
one.
you
Right.
out, so they didn't cut you out. You got
Shout
to
out to
repeat that
Huey
again.
P.
I don't know what this
Facts.
line.
That's crazy. Yo, if Huey heard that, he'd be going there because that's right there is crazy. You right, and I didn't even think of that till you said it, bro. See Ovid. Whoa. Anyway, wickedness so great in human age as to determine Jupiter to destroy the animal races by a flood. It says, is the great age or gigantic stature of the antediluvians. Damn, I got enough. I had some. Damn, you know what? This is crazy. This is probably why I put this information in here. Remember, Chris, when we started, we weren't reading this ancient history thing because remember I lost some of the pages I thought was in there weren't in there. I said, oh, we're gonna go to something else because I'm gonna have to find it.
Right.
Now, do you remember we were reading from the antediluvian something, the whole part of something that we started on? You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now here this is going back talking about the great age
Mm-hmm.
or gigantic stature of the
Mm-hmm.
antediluvians.
Mm-hmm.
Any argument against ant am am anti activity maybe. No, authenticity. Any argument against authenticity of the Mosaic narrative. The Mosaic, I don't know if we discussed this or I heard somebody talking about that. What do you know about the Mosaic
That's
narrative, bro?
that's Moses. That's talking about the Moses writings. The
So that's
Moses.
Moses. Okay, so the mosaic. Oh, mosaic. Okay, so it's talking about Moses when it says that. All right,
Yeah.
great. Thank you. I appreciate that. It says changes prove that we have no reason to make present. Hold on, let me go back over that since I know that means the Moses. Okay, hold on. It says, is the great age or gigantic stature of the antediluvians any argument against authenticity of the Mosaic narrative. So is there any argument against the story of Moses? And then it says question mark. Hold on, let me go down. Okay, let's see. It says changes prove that we have no reason to make present races the standard by which to judge of others in primeval times. Geology proves that the animal and vegetable kingdoms have undergone several entire changes. Let lizard or dang, it's saying some kind of tribe. Dang.
Y'all hear how they saying animal and vegetable kingdoms? Y'all hear how they saying
Yeah,
that? Remember earlier when I was saying that all the people they were and you were saying too, are they referring to us as the animals? They let you know
yes,
clearly they're doing that. And so
yep.
and so they mean they were following these different animals and worshiping these animal foods and stuff like that, right? And so now you understand what they meant when they were mentioning Noah and all the animals and stuff that's with him. They were saying all the people that follow different type of religions and cultures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They had to be flooded out.
Mm. So that's what this great flood is they be talking about in the Bible, the great flood.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay, now this getting crazy a little bit right now. Not crazy, but this tripping me out now that I see what this word is. Okay, let's go to that. Let me read that part over and get into that. Geology proves that the animal and vegetable kingdoms have undergone several entire changes. Now it says that lizard or Sarian tribes, a lizard tribe, wow. Lizard or Saurian tribes, Megalosaurus, Megalosaurus of Buckland from 30 to 70 feet long. Hold on now. Icky, hold guys. I had to call you that. Hold on. 30 to 70 feet long. Icky Urasus, Icky Urasus, or fish lizard. It has lizard head, fish's body, and what, four paddles. Four paddles for leg paddles. Oh shit! Four paddles for legs. And then it says it's a dash and it says size enormous. Mm. Inaleosaurus or sea lizard, Petrodactylus or flying lizard, and it says Wiseman, page 183. What the heck? Again, we find remains of animals belonging to families, though very different, of elephant, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, and largest animals known to us, which must have been many times larger than the modern. Again, we have horns of some animals whose species are known, such as horns of a bull, still attached to the frontal bone, horns of the stag, and teeth of the elephants. Mm. Yo, this is tripping me out. Treat for the elephant. Let's see. Okay. Rhinoceros, hippopotamus, the largest animal on us. Again, we have horns. Species, some still the frontal bone. Animals 5 times larger as though largest of the modern breed. In the vegetable kingdom, the same differences are apparent. Now, I got to stop right here because I'm going to tap into this. Now, I know y'all probably thinking this part sound crazy. Oh, here go this dinosaur shit. They talking about da da da. Now, mind you, it's said that in Antarctica, this everything they talking about right now, it's a little of this going on over there. This is why they don't want people over there. They don't want us to see all, all the things that we don't know or don't see from what's been here past tense to know what's going on. I don't know if y'all want to touch on that, but yeah, that's a lot of different stories that we can get into about that. But either one of y'all want to say something about that? Okay. So it says, like it says, in the vegetable kingdom, the same differences are apparent. We have no reason then to wonder at size or longevity of antediluvians, because beyond or our standard, evident reason besides for large, no, besides for size and age of antediluvian. So these were the Nephilim. First, the size of other animals, and second, the space and plenty of food will call for rapid multiplication of species, which longevity would favor. Do the traditions of other nations favor the account of Moses? Mm, okay. In regard to longevity and stature, Eastern natives have such traditions, and so did the Greeks, especially in relations to size. The Titans who made war on heaven were supposed to be Earth's offerings, and when at least conquered by Jur, their blood produced men a race. Damn, this is so I can't even read this part. And it's saying it's small, so it means something important, y'all. It's saying something. Con, it's probably something Latin because the words look weird. I can't make them out. I can't just assume what the word is by the lettering because it looks so weird. I don't know what it's saying, guys. Sorry about that. But it says something about a blood produced race. Hold on, let me go down. Da, 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 da. This is annoying. Okay, I'm just about this part, I think. Okay. It says, and their great wickedness was supposed to be of the do the cause of the Deucalion deluge. Are you guys familiar with that? Am I saying that right? It must be something important because I've heard that, but I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. The great wickedness was supposed to be the cause of the Deucalion deluge. Are you guys familiar with that? Anybody know what that is?
No, I'm not.
Wisdom?
I heard of it, but I'm not. I can't get. I can't expound on it.
Wisdom probably know he good with the Wisdom. Are you familiar with the Dua
Yeah,
Duas?
I
If
can't
I'm
say I can't say I exactly do.
okay, okay, thank
No
you.
man, I can't say I
Yeah.
exactly do.
All right, I would. Dang, I want to look that up. I'm gonna have to look that up another time. We'll bring it up, y'all, if it's something important, definitely. But it says it was the cause of the Duothelian deluge. And it says in all traditions, the giants are the most wicked portion of mankind. Yep, they talking about the Nephilim. I knew that's what it was talking about. So that must be something in some other area where they're talking about that, and they're talking about them, and that's the name that they have just as Moses makes them. In regard to the longevity of the uh, primeval race of men, Hesiod, I believe it's Hesiod, says of the Silver Age, it was much worse. Dang, it got worse. It says, Paul Conquering, some Italian, something, y'all. I can't make it out because the lettering, and then I'm not familiar with it, so it looks weird. It said it's much worse, some kind of something word. It said the one, oh, that's why I don't know what it said, because it was saying something earlier that we couldn't recall. Remember, guys? And then I was like, we just went to the other one, which was then it said the golden age. So it's doing the same thing here, repeating that, talking about it again. And it says, and adds to the growing of some other stuff. But man, yeah, I don't want to keep going on and on because this stuff getting deeper and deeper as we go. And yeah, this will end up being you know, a lot of time on just reading these pages because this information is kind of crazy. Y'all, what do y'all want to say about that, man? I'm just blown away by a lot of this information that confirms so much stuff we know already. Some stuff that's confirming other things we see and we see the lies in it or whatever. So, what y'all think about that?
I think I said enough.
Are y'all familiar with the?
Go ahead, bro.
Are y'all familiar with the word liturgy? Are y'all familiar with the word liturgy? You mind pulling that up, one of y'all, and read the definition of liturgy because we know all
What is what is
liturgical
it, bro? Say it
languages
again. I
are
pull it up.
sacred languages or sacred. It's called liturgy. You know how they say liturgical text. You know what I mean? Liturgical, when I say, hey, how you doing? So, but they call it liturgical text the same thing as sacred text or holy text, holy scriptures and stuff. But it's kind of interesting the definition of liturgical. I just wanted to point it out if y'all want to see it. And you just check out the origin of the word. You just put in etymology of liturgical, you know what I mean? Or something like that.
Wow. And you know what? It say something about it said authorized liturgical text, the Anglican Church of Canada. Remember we read something about Canada earlier. Chris, I don't remember exactly what it said,
Yeah,
but it was specifying something with Canada.
yeah. It was talking about the North States.
Okay, so let's see. Liturgical. He said look up the definition. All right, it says
Yeah, you can read it. It's only like two definitions. Then the main thing I want you to catch too is the etymology of it. Yeah.
okay, the etymology of it. All right. So all right. It just simply says that the objective of it is relating to liturgy or public worship, ceremonial, ritual, solemn, sacramental, hierarchy, church, all of that. Okay, so let me go down. Definition. You said look up the etymology, translations, and more definitions. Okay. All right. So its origin is Greek and medieval Latin. Mm, that Latin. Go down here. 17th century Latin from Greek liturgicals. Um, let me see. What does it mean? I don't see the etymology. Let me go to what does it mean and see if I can find it.
Yeah, it should tell you that it's the worship of gods. That's the main thing I'm trying to get to with lowercase g. And then when you think about the word, you might have to just look up liturgy, so just liturgy by itself, not liturgical. You might have to just look up liturgy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because liturgy sounds like the little g to me. And
Mm,
inside the word liturgy, you got the word earth, right? Which is you are. And that was from the
okay.
land that Abraham's daddy was from, and they followed false gods. And it's ironic that the word liturgical means the worship of gods. You know what I mean?
Okay. It says a form or formulary according to which public religious worship, especially Christian worship, is conducted. The Church of England liturgy is an example. In ancient Greece, a public office or duty performed voluntarily by a rich Athenian. Okay, let me see. Liturgy is the customary public worship performed by a religious group. As a religious phenomenon, liturgy represents a communal response to and participation in the sacred thorough activities reflecting praise, thanksgiving, remembrance, supplication, or repentance. See. And down here it says mid-century, French, Latin, Greek. Yeah, the same part from before.
Also,
Okay, well,
that
go
like
ahead,
button
bro.
too. Now I would say it also said hit that like button too.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys hit the like button.
I'm
I
trying
see
to put
you.
it up for you right quick.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't see it, bro.
You
I'm
should have
trying to
just been
bring
able to
it.
go
I don't see
right to it. Hold on. Let me just put it up right quick. Should I say it up a mile? I got to show that. Hold on. Liturgy.
it. Some of the articles.
Go back
Oh,
to screen yard. Show the screen.
is these articles?
Yeah, I should try to share it right quick. So
Yeah, it's
you
articles.
should see it, I think.
Oh,
Should,
share it. Okay, hold on a second.
yeah, so you see it now, right? Hold on.
Gotta go
Make
back
it a
to
little
the
bit
screen.
bigger. So basically, all the definitions you were just saying, right? When you scroll down, right here, and then you click. I can see my down. Click right there. More translation definition, right? Going down to right here. That's what I'm trying to get to see right there. See it, so? Are you able to read that?
It's on my. Hold on, let me see. Let me go back to the computer
Well,
screen.
I had to read it right quick, so I go ahead and mute my mic back in because they know I'm kind of loud. It's a mid 16th century revealed French or late Latin from Greek liturgia, meaning public service, worship of the gods, from liturgos, meaning minister, or from liotos, meaning public, or ergos, meaning working. Right? So it's working the public as a minister to give them the public service about worshiping of gods, not a god. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know, you follow what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
There you go. That was
Yeah,
all
that's
I
crazy.
point out right quick. Oh, and
I can't hear you. We can't hear you. You
Earth.
kind of
I
breaking
mean,
up.
that's the land of Earth.
You mobilizing Optimus Prime.
That was it, though. That was it, though. I think I heard. Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all get.
Appreciate it. Yeah, this is something else, man. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing a little more reading because I got a lot of stuff that I don't think I see people reading all the time, but just like this, I get tired of. I talk too damn much as it is, but when I got to take time to be reading and talking and this and that, that's just be a lot to me. So, I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll just start to get used to it, because I see it's very interesting, getting information because a lot of this stuff reminds me because actually most of this stuff I've read, but a lot of this information is stuff from years and years and years ago. And when I'm looking for certain things, a lot of times I'll just run across stuff. I have so many like albums and stuff in my phone, saved in my drives and stuff. So we definitely gonna start going over a lot of this material because I even found out more stuff that I probably noticed before when reading it alone. Of course, I know just knowing the things I know, but when reading it, things that stand out that remind me of other things, just reminding myself and bringing it back to my attention. That's why it's very good to go over stuff. What I'm gonna do actually is even go over a lot of my other notes from some of my notebooks years ago. So if there's anything that I haven't brought up in a certain way, it may hit somebody differently, because of the way I was thinking then. It's kind of the same thing, but I probably thought a little differently, just to say. So I'm gonna definitely start doing that because we need to do that. We got to make sure we getting this information out, sharing with each other, growing, just seeing this stuff in our face. It's the waveform that hits your brain that helps to enlighten and waking you up because these type of thing gives you information like, oh, this is man, I knew this. Oh, I felt that. See, look, this is showing the same thing and it's saying it in this way. So I know this is a different aspect. Oh, that's confirmation. Yeah, we got to start doing it. You got to look at your insides and your soul connecting to the source that gives you this information so that you know the power that you have within your cells, your mother cells that are your ancestor cells that are everything that came through you, all the bacterium that's on you, that you are these light informational codes, and just getting this information igniting within yourself, cleaning yourself, detoxifying yourself. Guys, stop eating this meat. You're killing yourself. They promote all this meat for a reason. They got all these fast food places for a reason. Stay out of these joints. You know what I'm saying? Get you some herbs, get you some vegetables, get you some roots. You can fill up off these things. You better start learning too. You don't know what could happen soon the way these crazy people acting. I know we have a lot of control, but we need a lot more power. We need more people that know about the control we have to make sure things going in the right direction and staying where we need it to be. Because we're not playing no games. But just in case, nothing wrong with being prepared. So you got to be adjusting yourself to knowing that, hey, I'm not going to be greedy and all the time, start fasting sometimes just to let your body know that, hey, I don't have to have food to survive. I got to learn how to deal with other things, or maybe living off a certain amount of food if I need to per day. I mean, I'm just saying this stuff that you should do in general summers. We should not be tied into this food thinking we need it. We got to have it. It's substantial to our life, this, and that. Yeah, get your mind right. Know what you're doing and make sure you stay on point with that. All right. Y'all know I want y'all to be so good to yourself, loving anybody and everybody outside of yourself, too. We got to love ourselves. Being lovers of self does not mean being self centered or selfish. you know, but definitely love yourself. That's most important. If you don't have that love on the inside, you will not be able to exude it to anybody else. So when you're having these issues and problems and going on with other people, a lot of times that's a reflection of yourself. Look at yourself, see what's going on with you, check yourself, and get your mind right. That's all I can say about it. Brothers, y'all got anything else to say about anything we've been talking about, or just in general, whatever's on your mind? You already know I ain't restricting you.
Oh,
No.
no, I just want to say this is a fire bill and shit. I'm glad I had the opportunity to be off of the plantation today to catch this while he was live, sister. So,
Right, bro. I was thinking that. I'm like, that Biggie don't hear our live. He ain't working. You like, I'm in the truck. You be in and out. Yeah, you relaxing today, bro. It was me. That's right.
yeah,
I appreciate you coming up here with me.
from the very beginning of the stream, I was tapped in and shit. Hell yeah, that's why I said I had to hit that link and shit. Said she's speaking my language today with these rights.
Facts, facts. Appreciate you, bro. Definitely. What about you, Wisdom, bro? I know you working. You got something to say so we get out of here?
Hey, have you ever pulled up the mother cell phone?
You
The
said
mother
pull up
cell
the
you
mother
was
cell
talking
so they
about,
can
have you ever showed it
see
to?
it. Yep, I can do it. Let me see. Hold on.
I was just asking if you ever done it.
Yeah,
And
I'll
the
do
mother
that.
cell is the same as the astro cell I was talking about. It's like a synonym, y'all. It's the same thing. You know, same thing they call an atom. The same shit.
That's you. Coming from your ancestors down through you, all that. Hold
Yeah.
on, let's see.
It ain't actually the same, right? Because it's a stem cell. You know what I mean? So that's the
Where
main
the
one that
stem
all
cells
other cells
in
come
that
from.
marrow.
See what I'm
Yep.
saying? Exactly.
Let me pull it up. Do 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 do. Let me see. I gotta change the share screen. Um, let's see.
Oh yeah, I don't really got nothing to say. It was a fire build. And I'm
Wait,
just
bro, we was gonna read this real quick. I ain't finna hang up quite yet. He
oh
was saying he
sorry.
wanted me to pull up the mother cells. We was just talking about the mother cells part, so he want people to see this. I think for so y'all can get a better understanding. Just in case what I was saying wasn't clear enough, y'all can see this for yourself. It is good to get a visual of this information and get it implanted. Just like we said, this is how this spelling is and how we've been having these words against us. Um, okay, I'm trying to see which part to go to. There's a lot of different things about it, definitions and examples. I'll just get, let me see what the definition says by itself. Definition. Hold on,
Yeah,
guys. I'm
click on
putting in
the
the chat
images,
real
so,
quick.
so they're showing the images of it.
You said go to the images? Did you say go to the images?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am, because it'll get some descriptions and stuff too.
Okay. Go to the images.
It's up to you though. Whatever you want to do, so you can do both if you want. You know, it's up to you. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm finna see. I'm going back. Go to the images. Okay. Boy, it's so easy to operate these phones. I done got spoiled. Okay, let me see. Doing it on the computer is a little more time consuming. My butt be rushing too much. Let me slow down. Okay. All right. Pulling the images up, guys. Now let me switch our StreamYard to my screen, add it back, and may have to hang. I think I'm on the other one. Give me a moment. Okay, share screen. Gotta share it again. All right, getting ready to pull it up, guys. Give me a minute here. Okay, it's showing now. It's not switching to. It's not switching to the other screen. Now I've never done this on StreamYard. Y'all know I'm new to this. Putting the images up. Do I need to go back, unshare it, and then share it to the different Chrome tab?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, stop sharing. Because I'm looking like, why did it come back up, but it's showing the other one. All right. Let's see. All right. Now, share the screen again. Man, Chris. Dang, Chris, I could have had you pull it up. You was sitting right at the computer. I forgot my slow computer. Okay, let's see. Chrome tab.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. Got it up now, finally. Goodness gracious. All right, little computer. Just do what you're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna do what I said. Okay. All right, there we go. Tell me if y'all could see it or not. I don't. Okay, it's coming up, I think now. Oh, look at that beautiful sky back there, y'all. Ooh, some of them pics I be getting be crazy.
Mhm.
See, it's coming up. It's just taking a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. Get it together. Should be popping up. There we go. All right, what you want to say about them, bro? You want to say anything about it particular? You just want them to see it real quick.
Yeah, I kind of did want them to still just so they can see that it deal with the sexual reproduction. I know you want to zoom in on the picture too, or whatever, but you, so you can see how it still cell it give birth to everything else, all your other organs. Because you know how you always speak about the organ energy and all that stuff. So you know what I mean? I
Yep.
was just trying to give them a visual perspective of why all that's true. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you know that one main cell that duplicates everything. So you might be able to look at different descriptions and see there's some
Mm-hmm.
duplicating sister chromatids and stuff like that, which you can set your own. But these are your like structures. That's it. You know what I mean? This is what it is.
Period.
That's all I'm really trying to point out. So just to educate so they can go reference to, because you know we say mother cells and
Right,
stem
right.
cells, and they might
Like
not
what?
know it's the actual real
You right,
thing.
you right.
You see what I'm saying?
And yeah, guys, this is. I'm glad he did bring this up because I'm going to bring up another important point because I bring this up. I brought it up a few times. When it comes to the babies, right? And they're in their mom's sac, and then you're doing the ultrasound and stuff. These things can be affected by those ultrasonic lights to the light cells during the production because this is the most important stage for the development, obviously, of the fetus inside of the ether in the womb. So when those lights come in, this is why they created all this mess doing the ultrasounds and this and that. blah blah blah, because they can send those infrared lights through, and then on top of that, it's penetrating through the waters that are in the womb. So the water is going to make it the frequency 10 times worse, you would think. So anybody that is pregnant, or if you're looking to get pregnant, or if you get pregnant in the future, younger ladies, make sure you don't confine yourself to getting these ultrasounds. Make sure that when you have your child, they don't cut the placenta, because what happens is when they cut the placenta, all these see this stuff that we're showing you now with the mother cells, these cells are cut off from the baby when they're born. What's naturally supposed to happen is the placenta is supposed to stay on the baby until it falls off, just like the umbilical cord does. The placenta will dry up and it'll fall off the baby. It takes about the same amount of time. All you have to do is plant it with herbs, keeping it like a little icy bag, the igloo bags or something like that. The ones with the little handle you might take for lunch or something. Keep it with a little different, whatever you want to put on there. I would suggest like roses, rose petals. You can use different herbs, things that absorb. I don't know. Everybody has their own thing that they like or don't like. So any herbs, use those things and you put it around it, and it'll help with the smell as it starts to disintegrate and dry up. Okay, because it does have a bad smell. But when you do this, the baby is receiving all of these informational cells into them. It's consistently pumping into the baby at that time. So when they cut it off, right? They take it and they use these stem cells. You think they let it go to waste? Look at the value of what we
Mm-hmm.
have here. So you already know they're using them. So make sure you're not giving these people access to part of what's supposed to be going to your child for their nourishment and flourishment, for their light body and for their spirit, for their mind to be functioning correctly, to receive everything they're supposed to through these mother cells. Okay. So I'm glad you told me to bring this up, brother. I appreciate that, because that was important and it made me think of that. I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it as many times as I can think of, because people don't think this is important, but it is. We are in a spiritual warfare. So there is war against against us. Period. Y'all already see this in our face every day. So what better place for them to start? This is why these eugenics projects come up. This is why the Planned Parenthood came up. They're the main harvesters of these cells. They go through these abortion clinics. Do you know they've made deals with these beauty places? They sell these placentas. They literally sell them to these beauty companies. Then you're going out, you're buying the hair products and makeup and putting it all on your face. Oh gosh. Then they giving them to the medical pharmaceutical companies, because they're using them in the vaccines and different type of medicines that they're using. They're putting the stem cells in there. Aborted fetus cells. That's what they are, mother cells. Man, I can go on and on about that. I don't want to start another damn bill. I'm trying to get off here. I got stuff to do. But listen, I just wanted to put that out there. Anybody else got something to say? All right, guys.
Just
Oh,
good building. I'll see y'all next time. You know what I mean? No doubt.
yes,
Peace and
appreciate you,
so
bro. Thanks for
appreciate
coming
you.
through. Peace and love.
Good,
Vegan,
good building.
vegan gone, I think.
Yeah.
See y'all
Vegan
fellas.
gone, but
Vegan
thanks
and
so much for coming
so,
out today, bro.
I'm still here and shit. I'm
I
about to
like.
tap out there, about to tap
Oh,
out shit. Peace and love to everybody and shit, man. Respect to you all. Salutes.
yes, peace and love, brother. Thank you so much for coming and coming up with me today and sharing some information with us. Because this is, we got to know. It's good when we be talking about this stuff. So boom, vegan. If you don't know, I be forgetting stuff sometimes, bro. Like I said, a lot of this information is old stuff I don't think about. I just know certain things, but now
Right.
I can bring it to the forefront when I can show it to other people. Bro, it's good when we do these bills, because now, boom, say I'm on your panel, we talking about something. Me and you can be like, cause boom, 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 or yeah,
Yeah,
cause this, you know what I'm saying? This is why it's important for us to build together and, stay connected. I just love this. I'm glad we're doing all this and we are doing what we're supposed to be doing out here. That's all we can do. The best we can, and that's what we're putting forward.
yeah. That's what's up. That's what's about. Shit. Salute to you, Chris and shit, man. Good to tap in with you and shit, man. Holler at y'all later.
Yes,
Peace,
sir.
bro.
Salute to you, bro.
Chris, what you got to say, bro? My ride or die today came through, helped me out with the talking, because I be running my mouth and that reading and talking, boy. It's getting to be a bit much, mouth dry, all that. But yeah, bro, I appreciate you so much. Thanks so much for helping me out today. And you already know next time if you're willing to be ready. So that's all it is, y'all, for today. That's all I have to say. You got something else to say, bro, before we get out of here, Chris? I sure appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
appreciate you too. It's no problem for me to come through and chime in the topic or help out, do whatever I can. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I appreciate the opportunity. It was a fire bill. Thanks for everybody tuning in. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all later on. TSL.
That's facts. All right, guys. And the last statement I'm gonna say before I get out of here, Teo just said facts, have your baby at home. That's the best way to do it. I know a lot of people are uncomfortable, especially if this information is new. If you're pregnant already, you probably thinking like, I ain't taking no chances with this nonsense with my baby. But at least follow what I've said with the guidelines of not cutting that placenta, doing those things, breastfeeding. I don't care if you gotta work, honey, it might be hard, but you better pump that milk and make sure you're storing it for your baby. The best thing to do is to stay home. I just did a bill the other day about these kids going to these daycare centers and stuff. They got these perverted people that are doing things to these kids you don't even know. You thinking, oh, I'm out here working to take care of my baby and building, trusting them with people, and man, your kids being, man, listen, just stay home. Take care of your baby, right? Plop that titty out and put it in their mouth. You ain't got nothing to do. You saving on expenses. You're eating healthier. You're feeding that baby good. You're helping with your body. Believe it or not, women, just so you know this too, when you're breastfeeding, right, it helps to pull and tighten the muscles in your stomach. So you ain't got to be doing all that jumping. I mean, it helps the exercise, of course, but it helps with that as far as flattening your stomach when you're breastfeeding. It also helps with contraceptives, lady. You ain't got to be putting these estrogens and all this mess, getting a birth control pill because your man laying up, he want to sneak something in the middle of the night, whatever the case may be, and you ain't got nothing, he ain't putting nothing on, ain't thinking because he ain't had nothing in a minute. You've been sitting up all this time, you just had this baby. Yeah, be careful, ladies, right? But if you breastfeed, you ain't got to worry about that. It's so many benefits to breastfeeding, y'all don't even know because your body is preparing, keeping itself prepared so you sustain everything with this baby. So, we just got to make sure we're reading up on these things, taking care of ourselves, our lives, our baby. Make sure we're fast forwarding all kind of love and energy we can to anybody that we don't know, even a stranger in the street. Give them some smiles, give them some love. Grab you a couple of bottles of water, some snacks or something. Put them in your car today. You passing somebody on the street, they ask for $1 too. Hand them that dollar. Give them that bottle of water, a bag of chips, a sandwich, whatever you feel like preparing for them, whatever's from your heart. You feel me? Just do that, y'all. We out of here. That's all I have to say. Much peace and love. Thanks so much for coming in with us, guys. And it's been a pleasure. And there was no donations, guys. Yesterday, I would have done, just to say this, I would have done a donation live about the contributions for the Ohio trip. We did not get anything since last week. Just so you guys know, I'm pretty sure everybody has other things that they're doing, and it's important. This is important as well to you. You'll do what you can whenever you can. We still appreciate everybody that's donated so far and everybody that has the intent to. Do not forget, keep your little box in your car when you go grocery shopping or something. Get some kind of non-perishable, canned good, a bag of rice, toothpaste, toothbrush, anything, and throw it in that bag. If you're going shopping for yourself, grab a bag of socks, bag of underwear, any size. We thinking about babies and people. If you got stuff in your closet, even that you know is decent, but you ain't wearing it, it's decent, but you know what? I can't fit this right now. Put that all in the box. Think about the kids that's going back to school. This is going to be the time a little bit before school. We know we don't care about that. We want you to keep the kids at home, but it's important to kids. Have a few little things that's nice for them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a pair of shoes. It ain't got to be a name brand, something, some just as long as it's decent. Some underwear. The size don't matter, like I said, because we doing this for everybody, the whole community. So parents, children alike. Women's personal items, even things you're not using at home, perfumes, things that don't look nasty or used up. Send all that stuff. We welcome everything because I'm sure people will be appreciative of whatever was offered. Now, all I have to say about that is I'm done. If you got anything that you want to donate, let me put it in the chat. When it comes to that, this is the Cash App, guys. Any donations, put donations into the spot right there, so we know that this donation is coming for the trip, and we will make sure that we highlight that and give you guys all the information on that. And keeping you abreast. Weekly we'll be doing that, letting everybody know what's going on, letting everybody know what we have available for them to have paid forward to. We'll be adding everything up at the end of the month. You guys will know what we have, and we're going to be showing you what we're doing with everything and keeping you guys abreast of everything because we're excited about this. We're just, hey, this is going to be great. We love the people and we're trying to do something for them, keep it moving. All right, guys, we definitely out of here. Chris, thanks so much again, bro. Peace and love and light. And we'll probably meet up somewhere later, bro.
Most
Somebody
definitely,
gonna be
no
live.
problem. Peace and
All
love.
right. Peace and love to the chat. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Teo, we appreciate you as usual. Big Dog, I said we like it's so many people up here, but we appreciate you guys joining because Chris did help us. Big Philly, my Masato TV, Janet, Nubian Queen, all you guys, it's been a pleasure. Make sure you guys are listening out for our next video. We're gonna do a part two with this. Between me dragging Chris down with the reading, I was tired. I know he was study going, didn't want to keep bugging him, but we're definitely gonna do some more reading and get some more of this information. We'll get back to this, talk a little bit more about the antediluvian stuff and some other information I've gotten. Hopefully, I'll find these other articles from the Sun Times from the 1800s. We'll go over that stuff, and yeah, that's about it, guys. All right, I'm definitely out now. Peace and love.